Hey everybody, welcome back to Mildcore Gaming and our playthrough of Shadowrun Hong Kong. I am Yemmer, I am bad at video games. I make mistakes so you don't have to. If that's what you're into, please like, subscribe, follow, share, all that fun stuff. We put out new videos every day. And here we are in Haoi. Let's see here. We'll do our little recap here. It's hard to shake off the walled city. Its gravity clings to you as its wretchedness itself had grown tentacles. The sounds of suffering subside, but their echoes still thrum in your insides. Isabel walks quickly, regularly checking over her shoulder as if expecting pursuit from the buildings themselves. She hugs her cyberdeck to her chest as if protecting a small child. Wu pauses a moment and breathes a sigh of relief when you finally reach the streets. But returning to Haoi isn't like coming home. Suspicious looks and closed mouths accent unassuming faces that billboard a universal message. You don't belong here. Time to report back to Kindly Chang and inform her that the message has been delivered. Get this business over with. Get your sin burned. Get on to the next step, whatever that is. You leave the city of darkness behind, head to the mahjong parlor, and a date with the crime lord. Okay, I'm sorry. My mic is going all over the place because Sly is playing with it. We shall snuggle later, cat. All right. So we're back now. Finished the mission. And we need to head out to talk with her. And I love, we don't have a safe house. We have a safe boat. And I love this dock area. Can we buy things yet? Nope, not yet. All right. Let's head into the mahjong parlor. Yeah, it really she's really hard to spot here. Wait, who are these guys? All right, let's see. Kindly's place reeks of stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. The clicking of mahjong tiles is strangely absent. In its place is a low murmur of laughter and an air of eager anticipation. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling bloody and bound at the feet of Kindly Chang. Oh, okay. All right. Sly is encroaching on my desk here. We'll see if she stays on. Okay, technically she doesn't have her own side, but I'm being in charge here and letting her be here because I'm the one in charge. She beckons to him with her finger, and he struggles toward her, the loud rustling of the plastic tarp crackling under his knees as he moves. His pants are wet with fear. Ooh. An acetylene torch lies on the table at Chang's right hand. Kindly Chang ignores the scene. She behaves as if all is right in the world. How did you sleep, my little ones? I'm going to say, fine, thanks. What's with the guy on the floor? She indicates the kneeling man with an incline of her nose. Shitbird here is a plainclothes cop. He snuck into the area last night while you were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got to you first. My men found him outside the trawler you were sleeping on. They saw to it that your rest was undisturbed and that your location remained a mystery. She nods her head back towards the pillar of meat standing behind her. You can thank Mr. Bao for that. Oh, Strangler Bao is here. Okay, all right. Okay, Sly. You have your whole table over here. Come on. All right. We're going to we'll just thank you for guaranteeing our safety, Mr. Bao. Bao inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. She addresses the bloody man on his knees. Now, shitbird, tell my friends here what you told me. I don't know anything. I swear, we just got the orders in last night. He pushes his head towards you and Wu from the floor, struggling to keep his distance. Somebody high up wants these two dead. The whole department is in on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from high up? The old woman lifts her foot, taps his chin with the toe of her shoe. How high? The cop looks up at her, looks around the room filled with triad soldiers. One of them opens his coat and shows the cop something inside. He closes it slowly and winks. The cop drops his head to his chest. All the way up. All the way up. It's someone on the council. Someone on the executive council wants these two dead? Chang spits on him with a sneer. Fuck your ancestors to the 18th generation. Give me the truth. That's a wow. That's a statement there. The cop wears the spittle. He never lifts his head. It's the truth, madam. I swear it. Whoever it was labeled them as terrorists. We're to terminate with extreme prejudice. Kindly Chang shuffles closer to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand. Then she slowly digs her fingers into scalp. She pulls back hard until his chin points high. The triad boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. That's all he's got. She lets go of his head and smooths his buzzed haircut with her hand. For whatever reason, last night someone on the executive council of the Free Enterprise Zone ordered the Hong Kong police force to kill two nobodies from Seattle. I find that fascinating, don't you? I'm going to say yes, but why the need to label us international terrorists? She strokes a policeman's cheek with the back of her hand. Her rusty voice becomes sweet as she explains the ways of the world. Propriety, my darling. When the government has someone gone down, they prefer to make it appear justified. People feel safer when their murders feel like part of civilization. My. But you have definitely fallen into the deep end of the pool. Seattle isn't like Hong Kong. There, the megacorps control the government. Here, the corps are the government. The exec council is chosen by the corporate board of governors. They're basically the legislative and executive branches of the Hong Kong government in one tiny package. 8 people call the shots. Neat and efficient. Kindly Chang steps back from the cops and lights one of her thin black cigars. For the wage slaves and the civilian sheep, the corporations are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. She looks around the room. But not for us. The triad woman takes a long pull from her cigar and taps her ash on the kneeling cop's head. Who else knows about my guest's visit to Haoi, shitbird? No one, madam. I hadn't called it in yet. I wanted to kill for myself. No one knows I'm here. I swear it. Oh, that was not the right thing to say, buddy. That's gonna... Yeah, no, that's... She turns to her enforcer. Mr. Bao? Mr. Bao fiddles with the PDA in his meaty hands. He's telling the truth. No outgoing calls on his PDA. Very good. Thank you, Bao. She nods at the cop. Thank you for your honesty. In one smooth motion... Oh, yep, that was it. Strangler Bao produces a silenced pistol, fires it once into the policeman's head, and replaces it in his jacket. His face never changes expression. I'm going to say, it looks like the triads can be just as efficient. Chang takes a deep drag on her cigar. Yes, my darling. She balances her cigar on her shot glass, picks up some mahjong tiles and begins playing with them absently. It's clear our friend Raymond Black was up to something involving the walled city, something having to do with prosperity. And this executive council member wanted Raymond dead for it. She stacks her tiles one by one. Click, clack. Now they want you dead for it too. Click. This plastic-faced man may show up on your door one day too. She knocks a pile over and clatters to the table loudly. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. A smile lights up her dead black eyes. Work for me. With Nightjar and Gunshot dead, I find myself with 2 job openings. Fill them. I have need of deniable assets here. Players unaffiliated with the triads who can take care of some of the more unsavory business needs about town. You've proven yourselves resourceful, and you have no existing connections here. That can be positive in this line of work. Shadowrunners. Wu grunts. His jaw tightens, but he stays quiet. In exchange, I will keep you safe from pests like this one. She nods at the body on the floor. The pool of blood on the plastic wrap continues to widen. You'll have safe harbor here in my town and a steady source of income. She picks up a handful of tiles again. And while you dip your toe into the waters of corporate espionage, organized crime, and clandestine mercenary actions, I will employ my network to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black. Where he's been, who he's talked to, who stood to gain from his death, and what this prosperity could be. Yeah, what's in it for you? Besides the money and the benefits of helping others in my community, I need to learn who killed one of my clients and then ordered the cops to execute my team of Shadowrunners. Her voice drops as she becomes deadly serious. This is a brazen disregard of my power. Face dictates it must be confronted, or I stand to lose everything. Let's see. How would the arrangement work? I find the right jobs for people with your talents. You do what our clients cannot do for themselves. I take a finder's fee and a small percentage of your earnings. You make a lot of million very quickly. It's all very civilized. She leans in. Work with me. Allow me to help you make money. Let my network work for you and help you find what you've gotten yourselves into. Without my help, you won't last a day out there. You are completely out of your depth, I'm afraid. You need a partner. Kindly Chang will be your partner. Wu's hands go to his hips. He drops his head and shakes it a little confused. I gotta wrap my brain around this, Bubba. Things are moving fast. There's a lot to process. Let's see here. I'm going to say, think about it, Duncan. This gives us freedom to find out what happened to Ray. I know. I get it. I just got to reconcile this whole... He grips the back of his neck, squeezes hard, rips his hand away. Ah, fuck it. I'm not a cop anymore. That guy's dead. He nods, the decision made. I'm in. What about you? Oh, okay. Okay, well, I have Shadowrunner etiquette, and I've been, each of the three games, I'm in my head, I'm kind of playing. It's the same character. I'm using the same portrait, and the same setup. So I'm going to say, I think Ray's alive too. Let's run the shadows and figure out what happened to him. Raymond is alive, I'm sure of it. So run the shadows as long as Auntie Chang keeps her end of the bargain and helps us figure out what really happened to him. Then I'm going to find my father. Then it's done. Heoi is now open to you. Yay, we can go to the vendors. She gestures to her lieutenant, who raises a finger to her ear and whispers into her sleeve. First order of business. Yemmer here has already chosen a street name. Thank you. She turns her attention to Wu. But Duncan Wu doesn't exist anymore. You'll need one too. Wu sighs. Yeah, okay. I'll think of something. Gobbet rubs her cheek against her rats, a glint in her eye. I think we've already got you covered, Gun Show. She turns to Isabel. Fits, doesn't it? Indeed. I knew that was going to stick. It has stuck. Gobbet, Isabel, we'll handle this the same way we did with all your previous work. She didn't say Nightjar. All the jobs I load up for you will be sent to your computer on the squat boat. She's pointing at you. I'm going to say, why me? It's simple process of elimination. She points to the little decker. Isabel isn't the leader type. You got that right. She moves her finger to the orc girl. As for Gobbet, let's just say Gobbet doesn't have a head for business. Not my thing. Then she rests her finger on Wu. And then there's Gunshow. She wiggles it. The jury's out on Mr. Gunshow. Meaning? Her response is direct, straightforward. Meaning there's a lot going on in that head of yours right now, and I'm not sure I can trust you. I'm going to say, so I'm in charge because I'm the best of the worst? Oh, my sweet, don't put it that way. She opens her arm. You're the most equipped for the role. She's making sense, but she's making sense. You're the right person for this, Bubba. Uh, I'll, I'll say, Bubba Smith doesn't exist anymore. Call me Yummer. Wu shakes his head, eyebrows raised. Gonna be weird calling you Yummer again. Haven't called you that since we were kids. Gobbet looks from Isabel to Wu to you. I guess this is our new crew. The rat on her shoulder scurries to the top of her head for a better view. Welcome to the shadows, Yummer. All right. Okay, sorry. Sly, come on. No, don't yell at me. Okay. Sorry, I gotta get a drink of water here. All right, let's head out. Wait. Oh, yeah, so we probably need to go to the boat. Can we talk to her again? Kindly regards you coldly and lifts one hand in a dismissive wave. As much as I love your company, I have business to attend to. Clear the hell out of here and go get settled in. Oh, gee, okay, wow. It's a little harsh, but alright. Alright, here we go. Crew advancement available. Alright. As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn new combat skills. Clicking the icon on the lower right-hand corner of the screen will open the crew advancement menu. When this icon is highlighted, one or more of your companions is eligible to learn a new combat skill. At each advancement level, you may choose one of two possible combat skills for each of your runners. Choose wisely. All right. Okay, this is a carryover from Dragonfall. Gobbet. Okay. Let's see, what are our options? We have territoriality. Gobbet spends some more time at the firing range, increasing her range combat skill and SMG specialization by 1. Or spiritualist. Spirits will never break away in the first 2 rounds after summoning them. Oh, yeah, that's good. Because she's our shaman. Yeah, we're going to go with that. So we'll confirm that. And that... She is just trying to sneak in here. All right. Isabel. We got Sabotage. Beastie Boys. Isabel's grenade launcher can now fire remote mines, which can be triggered to detonate at will. Isabel gains the Tar Blaster 1.0 program, an upgraded version of Blaster that also sticks enemies in place for 1 round. Ooh. Well, she's our decker, and so I want to lean into their specialties, so we're going to go with espionage. Okay, and then Duncan, a.k.a. Gun Show. All right, so he's the Gun Show. He's military. So let's see here. Lethal Force. Duncan gains an assault rifle ability that fires a single shot of incendiary ammo. Does an additional 2 damage and pierces up to 2 armor. Well, it's only 1 AP and it's cooldown of 2. Then we have Crowd Control. Duncan gains a rifle ability that does 2 AP damage and imbalances targets, making them easier to hit on subsequent attacks. This ability cannot do critical damage. Let's see here. I like that burn. The lethal force. That one piercing the armor. So it doesn't shred armor, it just ignores it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. So he's gonna be targeting the big guy, the people with the most armor. Alright. So we'll confirm I don't know. Crowd control. No, we're going to go to lethal force. There we go. Let's see. Can we even... Oh. Oh, this lethal force is the tree. This ability is actually firepower round. So this is mercy kill and then subdue. Wait. Okay, then he's got some grenades coming up. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. So we have that. I want to see... Oh, this is the drone guy. Smooth jazz drifts from the cheap speakers on this barge. A wide array of worn-down drones litter the battered deck. Most are utility and domestic types, but a few, cordoned off from the others, are low-end security models. The salesman smiles indulgently at you, a tall, lanky human of clear Cantonese ancestry. He's wearing a cheap suit and limply clutching a smelly cigarillo. He adjusts his tie with an exaggerated nonchalance, languid, ostentatious, like an American casino promoter. His name's Reliable Matthew. Okay. Hey there, beautiful. Welcome to our little floating heaven. You've got a discerning look to you. What brings you to Reliable Matthew's Robot Bazaar? He taps Ash over a bulky cleaning drone beside him, not waiting for an answer. He continues, perhaps you're looking for a hexacopter as a guide to Hong Kong, or a little handheld tarantular beauty to brew your tea? I'm going to say, you're Reliable Matthew? That's right, Reliable Matthew Shun, at your service. He extends his hand to shake. The odors of peach-scented moisturizer and stale tobacco wash over you. How about it? I'm going to say, I don't know, shaking his hand. Don't want to be rude, though. You know what? I'm going to bow politely. Good day. I'm here to shop. I don't want to take up your valuable time. Matthew hastily pulls his hand back and bows, a little awkwardly. Well, hey, beautiful. I didn't expect such formality, especially from a newcomer to our lovely shores. You've got some class, friend. Well, now that we're acquainted, maybe I can brighten up your day a bit. What's on your robot list, friend? I'm going to say, are you calling me beautiful? You know it, beautiful. I hope I don't offend. I just can't help it. To me, everybody's beautiful, baby. Right back at you, beautiful. Oh, a man after my own heart. I'm interested in your combat models. Reliable Matthew looks over his shoulder at the security drones, some heavily cannibalized, in the corner of his yard. He turns back to you with a nervous smile. Funny you should ask. I've just gotten a Doberman that I'm selling at an incredible bargain price. Shall we take a look? I want to say yes. Let's look at all the security drones, all of them. Okay. Oh, okay. We have to get different kind of data jack. All right. Well, I've got a Doberman right now, I think. Yeah, I've got a Doberman Mark II. All right. Oh, wait a minute. No, I've got a basic one. This is an assault model. The assault variant of the classic Doberman drone. Its turret has been modified with a burst fire for short-range skirmishes. Okay. And these... Wait, drug mule? Oh, wow. They have a lot more... A lot more drones with a lot more variety. Okay. Wow. Oh, I think I have the data jack. Okay, let's see here. But I don't have the money. Let's see. Outfits. This is what I need. I need some armor. So we're going to get that. What do we have in consumables? Repair kits. Do I even have? Okay, I've got one repair kit. Okay. We'll go with that. Yeah, I can only have two things right now, so... Oh, okay, I didn't even have that. Oh, interesting. We can buy gear? Alright. Like the old songs say, a droney day is a happy day. I'm going to say, incredible bargains, huh? They fall off the back of a truck? Are you implying that they are stolen? If so, you're mistaken. He smiles indulgently as if you just said something in an alien language. This merchandise is provided only by trusted suppliers who certify the authenticity and workability of their goods. I don't furnish manufacturer certificates, but all the providers are really top-shelf guys, really beautiful people. Otherwise, I wouldn't carry their drones. Okay. Can I be a supplier if I have a spare drone? Well, it's a very exclusive process. You need to be a member of the community in good standing, have good references, and pass the background check. He smiles widely. His eyes seem to twitch over you nervously. Or, if all you have is the drone, I can work with you. All right. Where do these trusted suppliers get them? Where do fans' prawns and soy chips come from? Or Lucy's lovely textiles? Or the electricity for the lights? Reliable Matthew sweeps his arm expansively at the heavens, trailing a stream of blue cigarillo smoke. Where do we get this glorious bluebird sky? As it's got a full downpour of rain here. Matthew takes a big breath, staring rapturously at the gray clouds. He looks back down at you. His expression goes flat. He shrugs limply and speaks in a monotone for a moment. They're smugglers and fences. I don't know where they get their drones. Do these suppliers certify the untraceability of their goods? Absolutely. He proudly taps the As Technology logo emblazoned on a housework model beside him. Most of them are genuine knockoffs. Any IDs are stripped, but most were never registered in the first place. Sounds good to me. All right. Oh, we're back to this. Okay. Great. Okay. I think I understand the situation. Okay, fantastic. I'd like to make sure all customers are thoroughly informed and feel completely comfortable with their purchases. All right. Goodbye, Matthew. All right. So... we'll have to come back later when we got more monies. So who do we have here? Jin. Who's Jin? As you approach the small landing, you see three men, two elders and a younger man, hunched over a go board. The juxtaposition of the two white-haired, white-bearded men and the black-haired man is almost comical. Together, the three resemble those small black and white stones of their game. Despite the variety of ambient distractions, the three men remain acutely focused on the game. One of the elders, a round-faced man with a beatific smile, carefully picks up a black stone and places it on the board. His opponent snorts, and a smile flashes across his face. Almost carelessly, he snatches a white stone and deposits on the board. The smiling man groans, and the long-faced one proceeds to collect several black pieces off the board. Ah, you got me there, Jin. He laughs, a pleasant full sound. As it trails off, he spots you watching the game. A broad smile brightens his cheeks. Why, hello there, young man. Something you need? The long-faced man gives you a cursory look and continues to collect black stones. Just a gawker, Shiru. It's your turn. I'm going to say, the name's Yummer. Got a second to answer a question or two? Shadowrun nods. I could use a short break. How about you, Jin? Jin sighs, shoulders slumping forward. After a moment of scowling, he reluctantly speaks. Fine, a short break. The two elders turn toward the younger man. He looks to be in his early 30s, but it's difficult to tell. The skin on his face is smooth and supple, with only the suggestion of creases at the eye, mouth, and forehead. But his gestures, a blink, a flare of his nostrils, briefly reveal the lines of his face. The man's eyes rise from the go board and study the elders. He nods. I've been hearing about strange dreams here in Haoi. Have you had any nightmares recently? The three men exchange looks. Sairu turns to you. What a coincidence. Wasn't but an hour ago that we were discussing that very thing. We've been having bad dreams. Every one of us. Interesting. You mind sharing? Jin shakes his head and crosses his arms. What makes you think we're comfortable sharing our dreams with a complete stranger? Seems like a good way to get ourselves in trouble. Especially with what you kids can do with the Matrix you all love so much. He turns his head and pretends to spit. Peh! Shaya waves his hand dismissively at Jin. Don't mind him. He's always been a poor sport. But he raises a good point. Some of our dreams contain information best left private. Just as yours do, I'm sure. Having just met, how can we be sure that you'll respect our personal information? I'll tell you. The young man's voice cuts through the din like a razor, and the elders fall silent. He turns to you and he locks his eyes, dark orbs that burn with piercing scrutiny, into yours. He nods and returns his gaze to the go board. I believe you're trustworthy. Please, Yummer, make yourself comfortable. I'll share my dream with you. I appreciate it. Go ahead. He exhales slowly and begins speaking. I dreamed of a long, dingy hall. When faced with such a thing, one generally walks its length. So I lifted my right foot and placed it in front of me. But upon taking that first step, I found myself instead drawn down an alleyway to my left. It wasn't there before, this alley. It appeared only as I began to walk. As I moved down the alley, I found myself surrounded by friends and loved ones. They all stood there, silently watching me with smiles on their faces. As I passed each one of them, they fell to the ground in my wake, dropping like puppets with severed strings. Somehow, I knew that if I followed this road to the end, I could have everything I ever dreamed of. But I woke before I could reach it. He folds his hands on his lap. There's a moment of silence before Shayu speaks up, the rosiness in his cheeks having drained away. I, too, saw the long hall. My own experience was different, however. The hall was far off in the distance, and I was looking down on it from a strange angle, as though I were perched on a wall high above. He pauses and looks at you. You know, young man, Yummer, you look very much like the person I saw walking that hall. He moved steadily down the path, walking at an even pace, and just behind him, a great and terrible shadow followed. Of course, we didn't have the best view up there on the wall. I didn't have the best view on the wall, or wherever it was. I could have been anyone. It could have been anyone. Perhaps this old mind of mine is seeing your face now and misremembering this dream. He lets out a chuckle, and a small flush of red returns to his cheeks. He looks over at Jin. All right, Jin, go ahead. Jin broods in his corner, arms crossed and jaw set. I've changed my mind. I don't want to share my dream. Nonsense. Master Lao and I have both told him our dreams, and now it's your turn. Jin sticks out his lower lip. No. I'm going to say, it's fine. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. He holds his palm up toward you as he looks at Shayu. See? Straight from the horse's mouth. I don't have to. Jin. Lao's voice is firm but soft. This is important. Jin's mouth opens and closes like a gasping fish. But as he looks at Lao, his body relaxes and a sadness seems to take hold of his features. All right. But don't you go repeating any of this, you hear me? He takes in a deep breath and slowly releases it. Folds his hands on his lap. My dream began as a nightmare. I've dreamed of my failures and my mistakes that I've made throughout my life. The people I've let down, the competitors I've crushed, the wife who died in hospice without me. I dreamed of the family that I abandoned. A change comes over him. His eyes brighten, and he continues energetically. But then, I dreamed of the walled city. I stood before it, and its doors opened to me. And when I passed inside, all of my guilt fell away. It was as though the city had absolved me, had washed away my guilt, and I remember feeling happy. As his remembrance ends, so does his lightened mood. His face shrinks to a pout, and he stares grumpily at the ground. There, I did it. You happy? Lau nods slowly. Thank you, Jin. I'm going to say, you have my thanks too. Yeah. Now, can we change the subject? My ulcer's acting up. I'm going to say, I'm guessing you've been around these parts longer than I have. Is this sort of thing normal? If it were normal, we wouldn't be huddled around discussing them in whispers now, would we? Enough of that, Jin. Yemmer here asks in earnest for our advice. He deserves a proper response. Xiaoyu gives you a gentle smile. Please forgive our friend. Bitter years have left him suspicious of others. The answer to your question is no. Upsetting dreams have never been uncommon in Haoi, but these recent visitations have been different. They've been darker, more vivid, stronger than normal dreams. Last night, I felt consumed by the sense that something was coming. While my friends here felt a sense of relief and excitement as their dreams ended, I felt as though I were sitting on the precipice of some vast and terrible chasm with the void yawning beneath my feet. Suddenly his cheeks flush. He blinks twice, then looks away. But perhaps these are just ramblings of an old man. Please forgive me. He scratches his nose, embarrassed. You speak wisely, Xiaoyu. Xiu. It's foolish to embrace a thing that you do not understand. What Jean and I saw in our dreams was alluring, but so is the light to a moth. Your instincts are still strong and sharp, my old friend. It is wise of you to trust them. Xiu bows deeply, his eyes to the ground. Thank you. I can only hope these dreams do lead to something beautiful. There's already enough deception in this world. Jin groans loudly. Can we get back to the game now? I don't want to keep you. Of course. Stop by again sometime soon, Yemmer. Your company has been refreshing. Thanks. Good luck with your game. Appreciated, young man. We'll be seeing you. Okay, that's cool. So this kind of, these three are kind of a little just info place. Let's see, any more vendors or what's this? Parlor of 5 Phases. I'm gonna laugh if Algernon shows up. Crafty Zhu. A mild a mild scent, sweet and slightly herbal, is the first thing you notice upon entering the old shop. Its quarters are cramped, made smaller by the display cases and furniture packed inside. The walls are lined with bookshelves, and the tables and chairs are stacked with old tomes. A few titles jump out at you. Lucid Dreaming, an exploration of the inner self. Dream Logic, Nocturnal Visitations. Hey, we were just talking about this. Overall, the place feels lived in, if disorganized. Not quite cluttered, but close. Milling at the front of the store is the shopkeeper, lost in a book of her own. She's tall for a human, probably close to 2 meters in height. Her physique is typical bookworm. Not overweight, but you can't see any muscular definition either. A wraparound tattoo covers her upper arms and shoulders, but from where you're standing, you can't quite make it out. She fidgets. Gradually, her eyes rise from her book and lock onto you. Welcome. Don't believe I've seen you before. She sets down her book and sweeps a strand of black and pink hair behind her ear. Name's Crafty. Yemmer, nice to meet you. She shakes your hand. Her grip is surprisingly firm. So, Yemmer, what can I do for you? I've got spells, alchemical reagents, foci, whatever you want. Really. Might have to do some digging to find it, but if it's magical, it's around here somewhere. Say, Crafty, have you had any vivid dreams lately? Her face is unreadable. Her eyes lock onto yours. As a matter of fact, I have, Yummer. Well, we all get the occasional vivid dream. Nothing special there. I'm going to gesture to the books. Really? Then why are you reading up on them? She flicks her wrist dismissively. Sure, it's a little weird that we're having them, but these types of dreams are common in the walled city. Nothing to get all worked up about, probably. Strange, I met someone the other day who said that too. She nods. Anyone who's familiar with the walled city would know that, but most people don't go out of their way to find out. My mother devoted her life to researching the walled city and the magical phenomena within it, so I grew up with the stories about the city. The current creepy dreams being one of them. They're common then? Common as the cold. My mother devoted her life to researching the walled city and the magical phenomena within it, so I grew up with stories about the city. Wait, that's just a repeat. The recurrent creepy dreams being one of them. I've never been inside the walled city myself, but Mom went in pretty regularly and experienced the dreams. Your mom sounds like an interesting person. The sides of her mouth dip into a shallow frown. Sure, she was interesting, but not praiseworthy. Oh. Is this your store or you just work here? It's mine. I inherited it from my mom. As you can see, she generously left me all her research journals. Her words are thick with sarcasm. Mom was never a big cleaner, but neither am I. My mom used to keep spirits around that helped her manage the place. They're not here anymore, but sometimes I swear my books aren't where I last placed them. Who knows? Maybe they pop by for visits. I just wish they'd clean while they were here. What makes this store so special? It's old, respectable, built over a dragon line. She slightly tilts her head to the side. We also carry texts unavailable anywhere else. But I guess, for me, I'm drawn to this place by the nostalgia. How do you like working here? It's a job. Can't complain. All right. What's with the name of the store? What is the name of the store? I don't even know what it is. It's a cultural thing. Oh, it was like something of the 5 phases. The 5 phases represent wood, earth, water, fire, and metal. Some people believe they're the basis of how things function and interact in this world. You'll find it practiced all throughout China, in disciplines ranging from farming to science, even music. The theory isn't common among younger generations, but it has its uses. My mother was strongly influenced by it. In fact, our sign out front is a visual representation of the cycle of 5 phases. It was an inspiration to her. She raises her shoulders in a half shrug. I just think it looks neat. Okay, I have questions about something else. Tell me about yourself, Crafty. She raises a shoulder in a half shrug. I'm not sure where to start. What do you want to know? What do you do when you're not at work? I've been pretty crunched here at the shop, so I don't have a lot of time outside of work. But when I'm off the clock, I like to read and paint. Maybe kick back and enjoy a meal with my friends. My buddy Gobbet sometimes stops by with food. Hey, Gobbet's our team member. We know Gobbet. No drag racing or anything. Pretty boring. Yeah, I know a Gobbet and wonder if they're the same person. You know a lot of Gobbets? Her teasing resolves itself into a gentle smirk. I'm sure they're one and the same. She's a good person. We're not real close, but we have a pleasant relationship. Chatting over french fries, discussing our latest reads. You know, shallow things. How do you know her? She and Isabel got me out of a tough spot. Good. Keep her by your side. Gobbet's pretty fluent in the ways of this city and the people who live here. She knows her stuff. If you stick with her, you'll find yourself in a lot less trouble than you would otherwise. Let's see here. You said you paint. Just for fun. I don't make any money off it or anything like that. I just find it relaxing. She pats her arms. Design my tattoos, but that's about the extent that I take it beyond the canvas. Oh, I'm going to say, mind if I see that tattoo? I can't quite make it out from here. Yeah, sure. She turns her back to you, and you can see the tattoo in all its glory. It looks like an impressionist rendition of a school of salmon jumping upstream. The artistry of the piece is undeniable. I'm going to say, that's amazing. Real professional quality work. An embarrassed smile creeps into her features. She scratches her shoulder. You're being way too generous, but I'll take it. Thanks. What do you like to read? Crafty claps her hands together and a slow smile spreads across her face. Aside from the usual, I love sitting down each morning to a tall cup of soy calf with the latest news stream on hand. I pop it right open to the obituaries. Makes for great reading. She smiles at you for a moment before speaking. Kidding. Well, for all you know. I tend to stray towards detective novels, maybe some suspense and horror. But when I'm not reading for leisure, I study my textbooks and keep my magic sharp. All right. Sounds like fun, but I'd like to ask you something on a more serious note. Sure, what's on your mind? Is Crafty really your first name? No. A wave of nostalgia seems to pull her gaze toward the shop's front window. The name started out as a joke, actually. Back home, my mom used to call me Crafty. Since the meaning is similar to my given name, I liked it because of the way it sounds. I insisted that my family call me Crafty, so it became sort of a nickname around the house. When I got older and started school in Hong Kong, I made my mom register me as Crafty, and it stuck. So what's your given name? Mao, I think. Again, blanket apology for mispronunciation. I'm going to do it left and right. It's constant. I apologize. It's not even the Chinese. I'm mispronouncing my own native tongue. So apologies. Please just bear with me. Don't destroy me. Mao. Oh, she raised her hand to prevent you from replying. Yes, like a cat. You foreigners always make that same joke, which is why I grew up hating Mao. Call me Crafty. Meow. Oh, meow. You pronounce it all. Meow. Like, okay, I get it. Okay, yeah, I mean, meow. God, now that it's in my brain, I can't not think about it. I wouldn't have even, well, because I was mispronouncing it, but yeah, I can't get it out of my brain now. Meow. Wow, okay. Yeah, we'll call her Crafty. Crafty, Crafty. All right. Your mother sounds like quite the mage. Did you study magic too? I sure did. Natural predisposition. She flexes her arm. Or whatever. But Mom and I learned the craft differently. I went to a university and she was book taught. Mom was very old school. Her magic wasn't as applicable to everyday situations, and it was rooted in superstitions. It still worked, and well, but only for more ritualistic ancient spells. Practical spells like rain shields or bombless trash cans were outside of her repertoire. Back on topic. What else do you know about the walled city? Very little. Just that my mother spent most of her time there, and she shifts her weight, leans onto the counter. Well, it messed her up. Is there something specific you wanted to know about? Oh, okay, yeah. What can you tell me about the city? She runs a hand through her hair, exhales. Where to begin? The walled city's always been a hellhole. It started a bad place, or as a bad place. It's still a bad place. Crime's drawn to it like a magnet, and you can't enter the city without a security guard on each elbow. But not even that will guarantee you safe passage. No one famous or rich or memorable has ever come from the place. And the only thing it's known for around here is its shitty reputation. She shrugs loosely. That's about the gist of it. Now, there's a whole library here that just so happens to be the foremost location for walled city text. I'm sure you can fill in the blanks. Okay? I get the feeling that your relationship with your mother was unusual. You better believe it. She was obsessed with the walled city. Put it before everyone in her life. Mom ate, slept, and breathed that city. Was something fueling her obsession? Crafty shifts her gaze to a stack of books on a nearby table. Yeah, actually. Mom was convinced that something was wrong with the place. That it was cursed in some way. polluted with unnaturally bad qi. She'd visit the city under the protection of the Yellow Lotus and spend hours, sometimes days, studying it. Crafty tears her eyes away from the books and returns the gaze to you. Mother was consumed by her research. Did she ever find anything? She sure tried. Mom thought she could find a way to purify the place and exorcise its demons. Her obsession with the walled city grew, and she devoted more and more of her life to breaking its curse. Wish I could say she fell off the radar, but really, the rest of the world fell off hers. I'm sorry, Crafty. That must have been hard for you. It is what it is, and here I am. Crafty gives you a warm smile. It sounds to me like you don't believe in your mother's research. You can see Crafty studying you. She exhales through her nose, and it seems as if she's considering something. I know we just met, Yemmer, but you have a generous ear. I don't mind discussing my mother with you as long as we keep the details between us. Mother's research was stupid. Just plain stupid. She wasn't stupid herself. No, Mom was very bright, but her obsession with it was downright unhealthy. Anyone could see that. The walled city is a toxic place, home to dark spirits and an astral influence, but Mom believed in a singular curse at the heart of the place. How did you two fall out? My mother failed to change the walled city, and the time she spent inside there changed her. She grew sickly and became moody, irritable. She suffered from night terrors the rest of her life. Crafty languidly sweeps a small clump of dust off a nearby book. It must have been difficult to watch her decline like that. She points a finger at you. It wasn't just that. The breaking point for me was her ridiculous obsession. I refused to indulge her, and it drove a wedge between us. Neither of us were willing to relent. A small, bitter laugh escapes her throat. I guess we had that in common, stubborn till the end. So, after Mom died, I turned my back on her work and left the walled city and its people to themselves. It's a toxic site beyond rehabilitation. I do my best to ignore it. Her composure breaks for a second, and you can see Crafty shift nervously behind the counter. At least I've tried. Now that these dreams, these nightmares, are leaking out of the walled city, I wonder if I can still ignore it. I'm going to say we always have a choice. You're right, but not everyone's choices are weighted evenly, and I just don't think I can turn a blind eye to what's happening here. She loosely gestures to the bookshelves all over the shop. I have my mother's journals. I have the means to try and help. It's sure to dredge up bad memories, but if it'll help my friends, maybe it'll be worth it. I don't know. I guess I have a lot to think about. She crosses her arms and wraps her fingers against her skin. Anyway, thanks for lending me that ear of yours. Okay. I've been thinking about the dreams. Can I ask you something? She nods. Go ahead. Why do you think they're affecting people outside the walled city? It's definitely strange. Until now, I always thought the dreams were nonsense, that my mother just had night terrors because of her madness. She props her chin up with her right hand. But now it's really happening. And not just to me, to others around Haoi. These same psychic forces that drove Mom insane are edging into our subconscious. Lately, I've been wondering if there might have been something to her ravings. Maybe. I've been skeptical for so long, it feels almost blasphemous to consider it. Maybe the walled city's curse is real. She rubs her hand down her face, obviously frustrated. I just don't know. I'm going to say, of all the people here, you have the greatest advantage when it comes to investigating these dreams. That's true, but my mother's notes are scattered all over the shop. Most of her research is scrawled on in the margins of the books that you see on the shelves and piles and stacks all over. The clues we'd need to figure this thing out could be in any one of these volumes, and there are thousands of them. Let's see here. Okay, I have a bad feeling about these dreams, Crafty. If there's anything we could do to get to the bottom of them, we need to take that opportunity. She sighs, straightens up. Yeah, I know what I have to do. It's just, damn, look at them all. She tiredly looks down at the book she was reading earlier. Guess I won't be finishing this one anytime soon. All right, Yemmer. I'm going to get started. Now. But it'll take time. The House of Five Phases is jammed from floor to ceiling with books, and any one of them could hold valuable information. Check in once in a while, and I'll share my findings with you. Oh, this is cool. Great. We got to keep coming back. I'm going to say, you're doing the right thing. I'll do what I can, too. Thanks. I appreciate that. I'd like to see your wares. We're not a magic user, so... let's see here. Yeah. I'm not going to buy anything here. Because thanks, Crafty. See you around. All right. Can we check our crew? Nope. Darn it. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what my guys on my team need. So we're not gonna do anything there. Let's I'm gonna head around. We already went down here. There's nobody down there. Yeah, I wanna check out the town here. Okay, that's our safe house. And I want to look for a vendor. Okay, who we got here? Oh. The insulation on these heavy wires is cracked. They buzz and crackle occasionally as stray drips from the awning strike them. Maximum law. Overhead, a gigantic holosign shines like a searchlight, screaming its message through the dim light. It hums and flickers, sputtering like an old engine. Fierce electrical crackles sporadically burst out of the sign's emitter, stabbing your eyes and filling your ears with static. Under the baleful glare of the sign, the rusty mini-barge's deck is stacked with electronics. Dilapidated stereos share space with crisply boxed servers. Ranks of disks and memory chips fill display cases, padlocked under plexiglass. A short human in his late 20s stands in the middle, hands on his hips, talking loudly into the air. Bulky virtual reality goggles covers his eyes. A Data Jack cable runs from his temple, down his stained t-shirt, to a belt load of clearly home-built computer hardware. No, I'm telling you, his voice is shrill, clipped. Nobody uses KM3s, like, nobody. They're shit. I don't care what Deng says. If she was a SRP uses KM3s, they're stupid. Hey, flesh is rolling up. I gotta go. He turns to face you, goggles blanketed in Matic. Blinking with tiny lights and wrapped in duct tape, he points to your PDA. I ripped that PDA. You work for Kindly. His lip worked impatiently. Yo, what do you want? Who are you? Servo's whine as two lenses on his goggles zoom in. Who am I? You're new here. I get it. You don't know about me yet, but you will. I'm one of the guys that keeps this neighborhood running. This is La's Technology Palace, satellite territory of Whampoa. You step on the boat, you're in a sovereign state. I represent Whampoa here. I'm Maximum Law. He draws himself up proudly, setting his hands on his hips. The Maximum Law. Yo. You got a tech problem? Boom. I solve it. You need software? Boom. Done. I don't waste my time. So you got any business in Whampoa right now? If not, keep moving. Oh, yeah, we found a SimSense chip. Found this while poking around the walled city. Worth anything? He scanned the chip's casing with a handheld optical reader. Yo, that shit is banned. Lifted off some Yellow Lotus? They traffic this stuff? Delimited SIM chips, full sensory experiences. You looking for a buyer? I can make it happen. How's 120 million sound? Sure, take it. Hope it finds a good home. Well, yeah, I'll sample it first. But these Calhots can send you for a trip. Don't worry, I can handle my Sims. All right. It's an amazingly ostentatious holo sign you've got. Yo! Maximum Law looks up at the gigantic blue-white letters with deep satisfaction. It's pretty, boss. Yeah, pretty boss. Damn right. He gives you a virile nod. You're a guy who appreciates the good stuff. I like that. Half of Haoi gets its juice from a pirate tap on a big Mitsuhuma DC cable under the river. Mitsuhuma's like, his voice winds up into a mocking whine. Oh, let's run 2 million volts from the cold fusion plant to the island under the river. Those slum monkeys can't tap an underwater cable. Idiots. You know who built the tap that pulls electricity off that cable? Wampoa. You know whose barge holds the transformers? Mine. Maximum Law thrusts his fist high in the air in silent victory. Cheap power for all, and the whole lot of extra for me. Behold the lighthouse of boom! Why are you wearing VR goggles? It's not VR. It's augmented reality. We're pioneering it. Little cameras, matrix overlay. I can support a 3-dimensional HUD and with sub-windows with 5 multiple feeds. I got a command shell open right now. I'm networked with 5 guys. Law taps his goggles. Wave of the future. I don't have decking. I'm not a decker. Ooh. I don't want to insult him, but let's see here. We'll just go with sounds interesting. It is. Law says it with supreme confidence, a statement of perfect fact. Looks like you've got some dangerously exposed wires over there. Yo, what are you, my mother? Law regards you with skeptical disgust. Those wires are fine where they are, high and dry. They're only a problem for someone who does something stupid. I'm running a high bandwidth tech operation. Do I look like I have time to tape copper and sip tea? No, I don't. Law wraps his knuckles fiercely on a clear top case full of buses, cables, and cable harnesses. These are the only wires you need to think about. All right, I'm here for tech. Show me what you got. So this is for deckers. Okay, which we're not. Okay, so yeah, deckers and riggers use the same skill sets and stuff. So, okay, got our programs, our ESPs. Okay. All right. See you later, Law. Yeah, whatever. Don't mess with the law. I love it. All right. Oh, whoops. I thought I could go down that way. Wait, was there something up here? Well, there's our boat there. Oh, okay. Who's this? Is this the Russian guy? Spider Shen. Nope. Despite the wind and rain pelting Haoi, the proprietor of this stall, a monk, judging by their outfit, is unconcerned. The monk's expression is indifferent, though hardly placid or serene. Muscles show as tightly wound metal bands beneath the skin, ready to snap in any direction without warning. What's more, the monk's robes are anything but ordinary. Certainly, silk makes up the basic outfit, but it's paired with high-impact ballistic armor, heavy-duty boots, and a bandolier of throwing knives. Jeez. The table in front of you is arrayed with a wide variety of melee weapons, charms, jade pendants, and other mystical accoutrements. Beneath an awning in the rear are rows upon rows of cages, each housing some variety of exotic reptile or insect. These, in turn, are flanked by jars and boxes of Chinese herbs, incense, powders, and inks. The monk spares you only the shortest of glances as you approach. I am Monk Shen. Most people in Haoi call me Spider Shen, on account of the spiders back there. You're not local, not by a long shot. It's definitely a statement, not a question. What tipped you off? Shen smirks crookedly, two teeth peeking out from between thin lips. Body language. You're not afraid to look me in the eye, for one. For another, your clothes. Not in fashion, here in Hong Kong. Swords, knives, clubs, I sell it all. I make most of these, but if I can't, I got friends who can. If you need incense or salves for meditation, I make and sell those too. And if your joints ache, I can give you acupuncture. Jen places both palms on the table, leaning over towards you with a wicked grin. So, what can I show you? Oh, I need to learn about this guy. You're a monk and a weapons dealer? Shen slowly raises an eyebrow, arms folded. Yeah. Where else would the ancient masters have gotten their legendary swords and spears? Down at the mall? I was at Wudang Mountain for 15 years before coming back to Hong Kong. I've been practicing Jingyi Quan my entire life. That's how I learned the herbs as well as the forms. It just so happens I'm good in a forge too. That's why what you buy here is better than most other people's. What's Jingyi Quan? Shen strikes a sudden pose, body low, one fist against the hip while the other is extended in an open palm. The 5-element fist style. Water grows wood, which burns to become fire. Fire creates ash and earth, which condenses into metal, etc. The forms cycle the 5 elements, and opposing elements block each other. A water fist will break a wooden defense, but a water block will extinguish fire. Should one use a water interception on metal fist, however, water will be smashed apart. Direct, simple, powerful. Not so elegant as, Baji Quan or Tai Chi, but much more powerful. Shen pulls the tarp away from a nearby lump. The object underneath the tarp is revealed as the door to an Ares City Master armored personnel carrier? What? It's been caved inward by a massive amount of force. And in the dead center of the door is an indentation into which Shen's fist would fit perfectly. Oh. Power comes from focus, and focus comes from practice and meditation. Zheng Yi Quan produces more power than most other forms of Kung Fu. It applies in a highly focused way. So why become a weapons dealer out here? I was a runaway, a street orphan in Aberdeen. One day an old man who called himself Woe offered to take me in, to let me make something of myself as long as I worked hard. Nothing in life is free, friend, not even Grandfather Woe's help. So I work for him now. Sounds like he was part of a triad? Shen rolls his eyes at this. Obviously. You think I'm in Kindly's little haven for no reason? She and Grandfather Woe are on good terms. I don't get in her way. I pay a cut to her and everybody's happy. Even Woe, because I solve problems for him. Shen raises a balled fist, which suddenly bursts into blue flame. After a moment, it gutters and goes out. Cool trick. Remember that. If anyone ever gives you something for free at Haoi, you pay it back, with money or blood. But you pay it back regardless. Let's see. Why are your weapons special? Because I take greater care with them, and I've studied the ancient texts. Anyone can make an excellent carbide steel blade, but I can make that carbide blade burst into flames. I can make it sing with joy in combat. Anyone can make steel. Not anyone can awake its soul. Can I see one of the blades you've awoken? Shen waves a hand at you dismissively. No, of course not. Swords like that have to be custom ordered. Only when someone cancels an order do I have one just lying around. And believe me, they get snatched up quick. Come on, Sly. Not now. I got the picture. Let's talk about something else. You sell the snakes and spiders too? Shen shakes a finger at you, eyes narrowed. No, they're mine. I can sell you the things I craft with my hands or the things I can do, But the medicines and poisons I make are my secret. You want those, you apprentice to me. In 5 years, maybe I show you how to make a poultice, eh? They're that secret? Of course they're secret. These are what set me apart from the rest of the street dealers in Hawaii. You want cram or bliss? Any two-bit tried punk can make that for you. But I can realign your ki, set your yin and yang in balance, or set somebody else's out of balance, or set somebody with a few drops. To master my skills, you need to learn it for years. It's not just following a formula. You want to learn, you need patience. You try to learn without patience, all you do is ape the masters. Shin snaps 2 fingers and points at the cages. You have to understand them to truly learn my art. Otherwise, you'll never become a master. Might as well get a skill soft. Okay, let's look at your wares. Alright, he's melee guy. Key cat. Oh, yeah. So this is Street Samurai, I believe. But that's not us. So that's all for now. Okay. I think there was a guy up here to talk to. Wait, what's that? A large X fashioned from overlapping strip of peeling duct tape. Odd. Let's talk. Can we talk to this guy now? Is he going to let us in the club? Like most troll bouncers, this man is knotted with muscles, but absent are the myriad scars that come with age or indiscretion. His only blemishes are the bony skin growth common to his kind, and a single deep scar across his neck and collarbone, and the big metal plate and eye. Oh, and he's got a cool looking cat with heterochromia, or I think it's something like that. 2 different colored eyes. You watch yourself in here, or else we check your aerodynamics. How do you mean? Anyone causes trouble, I see how far I can throw them. No fighting, no killing, no sex trade. He lifts an arm, flexing. His muscles jump out like a mass of serpents and steel cabling. His arm is easily as thick as most humans' waists. I don't mess around. Okay. So we can go in there, but we'll go in there in a minute. I want to go talk to this doc. Since he was a jerk before, since we're actually working now. The intercom buzzes to life. You again. I thought I told you to fuck off. Kindly will vouch for me. Yeah, you just idle your engine there for a minute, and I'll check on that. There's a long silence on the intercom. The door gives several heavy metallic clicks. There's a dull rumble, like heavy bolts sliding back. A green light flashes on the terminal. The door appears to be unlocked. You can now enter the clinic. All right, let's go in. Oh, he's in a chair. Okay. 10-armed Ambrose. The clinic looks like it just hosted a party. Spindly mechanical arms swing from unobtrusive wall mounts, pulling down crepe paper ribbons and scooping food platters and empty beer bottles into biohazard bags. A severely crippled Caucasian male sits in a wheelchair amidst the maelstrom of mess and robotics. He's in his 40s, thick beard, tungsten earrings, beer belly, one cyber eye, both his legs are missing, one at the hip, the other at the knee. He has only one arm and only 3 fingers remaining on his surviving hand. His face and arms show scars of reconstructive surgery. He grins widely at you, regarding you with bloodshot eyes. He's clearly hungover. 10-armed Ambrose. Okay. Hey, I'm Ambrose. He shouts cheerfully in English, his words piling together in a loose Midwestern accent. They call me 10-arms because welcome to the Kong, fellow UCASN. He chuckles, his chest shaking with mirth. A Waldo arm springs to life and swings over to him. Its menacing metal pincer momentarily sets a cigarette between his lips, just long enough for him to inhale from it. Kindly says, you're all right. What can I do for you? You're a doctor? Sure I am. I'm a rigger doctor, a rockter. Ambrose bursts into laughter, then stops and clutches his head. Oh man, I cannot laugh hard today. Too much partying last night. It hurts. I'm not board certified, but don't worry. I should be. I'm full on skilled. My work's Yellow Lotus guaranteed and precisely in accordance with World Medical Association standards. Everybody in Haoi comes to me because I'm the only option. Ambrose chuckles delightedly. Very well, Rocker. Right on. Let's get you tricked out, unless you just want to bullshit, which I'm down for too. We'll bullshit for a little bit, then we'll see what you got. What do you do here? What do I do? Tune-ups and engine rebuilds. On your ass. I do it all. First aid, second aid, surgery, cybernetics, obstetrics, euthanasia. I'm your one-stop shop for health and beauty. Well, maybe not beauty. Can you install me with combat wear? You know it. You got the coin and the essence? I'll trick you out like a bulldozer with ground effects and a turret. I've got it all. Bionic limbs, wired reflexes, deckwear, blood filters, synthetic muscle, bone lacing, grease bearings, ground effects, tight bolts. The full range of Chrome Alley services is something that we like to keep beneath HKPF's radar. Ambrose winks. What sort of mechanical services do you offer? Medical services. Oh, nothing you'd be interested in. Right now, I'm mostly doing engine mechanics and electrician stuff. I send Maximum Law and Reliable Matthew any work they can handle. It's really just a hobby and service to the community. I make my nut with the clinic. He looks fondly over at the massive, partially assembled V8 engine occupying part of the operating theater. That baby's going to be a goddess when I'm done with her. Okay, well, I do modify myself, but I'm going to ask. I don't modify myself, but any reason I'd come around here if not for medical gear? Shoot, this is a friendly little neighborhood. I love it when people come by and bullshit. Hell, I host birthdays. Ambrose's spider drone swings a bottle of coffee liqueur over his nose, and he sips it gingerly. Nope, that's not good anymore. Full of spit and cigarette ash. I'm going to say, your front door could stop a bulldozer. Why so fortified? Are you kidding? Have you any idea how much of this stuff in here is worth? This is a high capital operation, and life's dangerous for a guy missing most of his members, tooling up smugglers and criminals. Let me tell you what, though. Someone busts in here, and they're going to be in a world of hurt. Ambrose chuckles evilly. There's a lot more than pipes and wires up in the false ceiling. And I've got Kindly's crew and the Club 88 boys on the panic button. They know which side their bread is chromed on. What, you thinking of trying to knock me over? He laughs uproariously, but it's not clear if he's kidding. Show me your services. Sure thing. Tune-up or spare parts? Oh, I'll take that V8 engine and a box of chocolates. Ambrose burst into laughter. I like you. You've got good taste, but that engine is family. Seriously, what do you want? Cyberware. Okay. Is it going to let us actually do multiple arms and legs? That's the question. All right, let's see here. We can get something for body. We got eyes. +3 to hit. Cyberarm. Gives 6 HP. Data Jack eye. Yeah, we're going to hold off. We've only got 1,000 Nuyen. Services. What do you got for medical supplies? Trauma kit and just tier 1 stuff. Okay. Cool. Goodbye, Ambrose. Time for me to go. Cheers, Yammer. Talk to you later. All right. We'll head out here, and then we'll head over to Club 88. see what's going on there. And then we will head to the boat and see what's going on there. Alright. We got a bouncer here. Or here, let's talk to the bartender. Wait, are these guys all related? Henry Cafe. There's only one way to describe the troll haunting the back of Club 88. Weathered. It's as if the man had been carved from granite and then battered by the crash of waves and salty winds over the course of decades. Welcome to Club 88. No killing, no fighting, no sex trade. I can respect that. I'm Yemmer. Henry Kai-Fi. I suppose I own this place. If you're looking for guns, speak to my wife. If you're looking for pharmas, speak to my son, Callum. And if you're looking for trouble, you'll be seeing my son, Frederick, briefly. Okay, so it's family owned. So Frederick, I think, is the guy out front. And what would I speak to you about? Nothing. I just steer the ship. What ship? There's always a ship. Okay, I'll let you be. Alright, so... Well, this is Callum. I don't think I need it. I don't do meds. Better groomed than most of his kind, the young troll nonetheless ruins the effort with his own blatant drunkenness. His eyes are red and his expression foggy, but he otherwise appears to be high functioning. Have a drink, friend. Have two. Then maybe something else to chase it, eh? You alright? Couldn't be better. I'm a prince of Club 88. Chosen, you might say. You part of the family that owns this place? You're a shrewd one, friend, and I'm heir apparent. And my birthright? To peddle chems to every sniffer that passes through our gates. What do you say? Need something to pick you up or bring you down? Let's see what you have. Okay, cram. Yeah, I don't really take any of this. Actually, cram is looking that pretty good. Adds 3 AP and 2 movement for one. It's only 1 round though. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we don't. I really don't. There's some that I use in like emergency, but I don't spend money on it. So I'll probably pick some up. What's back here? What's in the back room? Oh, the gun show. This is a gun shop, not the gun show. Ermine? Yeah, Ermine. The older troll woman has a striking Amazonian quality. When she was younger, she must have really turned heads. Can I help you? I kind of like to laugh. I'm usually beyond helping, but what can you offer? Guns are a swift kick out the door if you mess with me or mine. Alright. This is my family's place. Me, my husband, and our 2 boys. Now, do you have business with me? I have no time for window shoppers. Alright, let's see what you got. Firearms from all over the world, from Ares to Walther and everything in between. Are you in the market? Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, weapons. We like our rifles. Those are SMGs. Shotguns. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I can't get these range combat yet? Oh, I don't have enough range combat. Okay. So we're going to exit there. How much? Hold on. I need to see... spend karma. Oh, alright. I can't check that. Alright. Come back anytime. Anything else you need? What can you tell me about Haoi? There's only one thing you need to know. The corporations do not rule Haoi. We're under Kindly Ching's umbrella, and our Yellow Lotus soldiers protect the docks and maintain the peace. But we're not Triad members, and they don't own us. Haoi is a crossroads where goods change hands and deals are made. kindly makes the market, but we, the families, make it happen. Ermine speaks with the pride of a woman who bows politely to greet strangers, but never prostrates herself before them. Families rebuilt this place when it was left to rot. Strong families, like my own, and we protect our own. Outsiders and corps know that tangling with Haoi is more trouble than we are worth. The Triads know it's better to work with us than against us. And now you know these things as well. You would do well to remember them. Now, are you looking to buy? I'll leave you be. Very well. Was there something else? Is this what we already talked about? Oh, yeah, there's only one thing you need to know. The corporations do not rule Haoi. Oh, yep, this is the same. Okay. I'll leave you be. Nope, goodbye. Okay, so, I mean, what is my... I think quickness. Oh. Wait, do I have this one, don't I? Oh. Oh yeah, okay, I've already got that one. Okay. All right, let's head to the boat. Oh, good awesome music. Okay. Back to the boat. What appears to be all the vendors. Whoa, what is that? That's a big... I didn't even notice. What is that? There's like something in it. Alright, and we went in there, so... Alright, let's go to the safe boat. I want to talk to people if I can. This is my room. Okay, that's our stash. Alright. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Ah! Let's see, trauma kit. Health kit. There we go. Alright, don't hit that button. Alright. Duncan? You here? Hey Duncan, what's up? Let's talk. Hey brother. Wu's cabin appears to be the only clean spot on in the bolt hole. His equipment is neatly laid out on his bedding, grouped by type, arranged just so. He's currently in the process of cleaning his weapon with meticulous care. Well, that's that, I guess. We're runners now. Something on your mind, gun show? Wu holds up a palm. Don't. Just don't. When we're alone, it's either Wu or Duncan. Gun show doesn't live here. Wu looks down at the barrel of his gun, brushes off some dirt. And yeah, there's plenty on my mind. That's why I'm doing equipment maintenance. The discipline of it helps me focus. Process. What about you? You look like you want to talk about something. Yeah, we got a lot. Let's talk about Raymond. Okay, shoot. What do you think's going on with him? I don't know, Bubba. He was clearly obsessed with the walled city and whatever prosperity this is. I'm sorry. I love saying Bubba, that name. It's just, you can't be angry, Bubba. It's just cool. He's clearly obsessed with the walled city and whatever prosperity is. He sounds like a sleepwalker trying to stumble his way through a dream or something. A sleepwalker who hires Shadowrunners. Whatever he was doing, he knew it would be dangerous. Raymond was smart. Smart as hell. If he thought he needed runners to take him into that place, he needed them. Why do you think he came to Hong Kong? Well, he's from here, right? Sounds like he had an unfinished business that he needed to take care of before... You think he's dying? I don't know. Yeah, me either. Just something to think about. Did he say anything about me after I left? You know Raymond, Bubba. He taught us what he wanted to teach us. Told us what he wanted us to know. Everything else was met with a wall of good-natured silence. He used to say, "You are the master of your unspoken word, Mr. Wu. Once it is out of your mouth, it is out of your control." So no, after you left, he never said a word about you. Not a word. Okay. Let's talk about being Shadowrunners. What's there to say? I worked my ass off to pull myself out of the gutter and make something out of my life. I did what it took to earn my bronze, and now I'm a mercenary hiding in the shadows of a foreign country, doing dirty jobs the corps need to keep off the books. This is the reverse of everything I ever wanted. You seem to be taking to it pretty damn well, so let me ask you something. You said you thought that Raymond was alive too, that we'd run the shadows until we could figure out what happened to him. Was that true? Yeah. Yes, for me, this is all about finding what really happened to Raymond. Wu nods, clearly satisfied. Good. Good that we're on the same page. I feel better knowing that. What's your opinion of Kindly Chang? I'd say she's got us right where she wants us, right under her thumb. What do you want to talk about specifically? What do you think she wants from us? As long as her network keeps delivering information about Raymond, I don't care. At least for now. We need to stay with her. We have no other connections in Hong Kong. Without her, we're dead in the water. Do you think we can trust her? A triad boss and underground fixer? No. I don't think we can trust her, but as long as we all share the same goals, we should be okay. Makes sense. As long as we serve her interests, she doesn't have a reason to screw us over. Exactly. So it's simple. She provides jobs, we do jobs. She gets the info about Raymond and that plastic-faced man, and we figure out what the hell is going on. We figure out what's going on. She doesn't end up in the trunk of a car at the bottom of the river. Everybody wins. What about this plastic-faced man? Creepy dude, and nothing new to me. Even well-dressed creepy corporate dudes. Between the gangers we grew up with and all the shit I've run into as a cop, I've seen all kinds. I just want to know who he is and who he works for. We should keep an eye on Strangler Bow. We should keep an eye on everybody, and that guy is definitely no exception. I've seen plenty of cold killers in the Barrens and plenty more since I joined Lodestar. This guy's the real deal. I'm not sure if he knows what the word remorse even means. You should steer clear of him. I'll be careful. I can see that. Talk about something else. Let's see. Let's talk about Gob and Isabel. They seem competent, considering how young they are. But then again, they sound like they've been taking care of themselves since they were pretty young. The three of us work together well in the walled city. Based on that, I bet the four of us would make a solid crew. Do you trust them? As far as I trust any runner, yeah. It's like Raymond used to say, trust and verify. They haven't given me a reason not to trust them, so until they do, I'll believe what they say and keep my eyes open. I can't get that dream I had out of my head. You said you had one too, right? Yeah, yours sounded like a nasty one. I don't remember much about mine. I was pretty creeped out by our run in the walled city. Between that and all the drama, I'd be surprised if I didn't have a nightmare. He shrugs. Was the walled city in your dream? Of course the walled city was in my dream. It was a nightmare, wasn't it? He gives you a lopsided grin. Was it in your dream too? Sure looked like it. I'm not sure I'm surprised. The walled city is more than just another slum and a sprawl. Hell, it is a sprawl. Of course we dreamed about it. The feeling I had there has stayed with me. It felt thick, heavy. And I got this overwhelming feeling of, I don't know, wretchedness, I guess. What do you remember about yours? Just little snatches of things. He puts his hands on his hips and concentrates. The walled city was breathing, and it had teeth everywhere. And there was a tunnel that was so bright that I had to shut my eyes. And Raymond was there. He was either kneeling or lying down. I can't remember which, but he was crying. That's what made me wake up. The sound of my father crying. Ooh, yeah. And his sounds way much more like our dream. Did it feel any different from other nightmares you've had? He takes his time, thinks about his answer a bit before he responds. You know how sometimes you'll be mad at a friend in a dream and then wake up and still mad at him? When you treat him like he did something wrong when you see him? It kind of feels like that to me. Like I dreamed I was swimming towards a bright light, and when I woke up, I was out of breath from the effort. Okay, let's talk about something else. Oh, that was it. Talk later. Oh, wait. Later's good. I want to do some cardio, work off some steam. Then it's rack time for me. You should do the same, Bubba. A couple hundred push-ups will do you good. Yeah, that's not my thing, buddy. I don't think so, Duncan, but hey, knock yourself out. He shrugs. Your loss. Talk to you later. Okay, let's head up stairs and talk to Isabel and Gobbit. Let's talk to Isabel. Isabel's cabin is an exercise in controlled chaos. Her living space is utterly dominated by an enormous jury-rigged computer. Serpentine cables snaked from component to component, tied in dozens of obsolete terminals and cyberdecks together into a single colossal machine. This is my personal machine. If you're looking for your mission computer, it's downstairs. She doesn't bother looking up. You can see that she's elbow deep in the guts of an obsolete cyberdeck, with one of a half a dozen that have been wired into her computer with braided cables. Actually, I was hoping to talk to you. Got a second? There's a long pause, then she chirps out a response. We're talking now, ain't we? I guess so, yeah. Can I ask you a few questions? She leans in, scrutinizing the innards of the obsolete deck. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Have you been having weird dreams recently? Her body goes still. Yes, I think everybody has. Me too. I've been having horrible nightmares. I know. It happens more often than you'd think. She tilts her head in the direction of the walled city. This kind of mass psychosis was common where I grew up. Everybody got it. Wait, you've been sharing bad dreams with others since you were a kid? She nods. In the walled city. Just one of the many amenities of life in that hellhole. But this, having it happen outside of the slum, this is new. I don't know what's causing it, and I don't think I want to. That's quite a machine you're working on. Can you tell me about it? She's my pet project. I call her the octopus. She waves a hand at the tangle of thick power cables that radiate out from the machine's central core. You might be able to guess why. Did you do all this yourself? Mm-hmm. She yanks a fried chip from the deck's motherboard and neatly sets it aside, then fumbles in a nearby bin for a replacement. I like to make do with whatever I could find as a kid. Taught me a lot about being self-sufficient. What's the thing made of? Whatever I could find. Busted terminals, obsolete cyberdecks, aftermarket memory from Maximum Law's dumpster. Scavengers would kill for the stuff in the walled city, but out here, people throw it away. She chuckles to herself as she eases a card into the empty expansion slot. Most deckers are early adopters. They buy whatever's newest. Shell out huge amounts of million in hopes for riding the bleeding edge. Stupid. Why? Because I can have 5 of last year's model for a quarter of the price of that whiz new cyberdeck. And after I finish daisy chaining them together, the machine that I've built will run circles around your hot new deck. Can you teach me how to do that? Got a couple of years to sit here and learn? Frowning, she yanks a stick of memory from the old deck. I can give you tips here and there, Yummer, but really learning how to do this takes time that we don't have. Time and desperation and a need to make do with what you've got. What about portable gear, your cyberdeck software, that kind of thing? It gets the job done. Might not be top of the line, but I'm comfortable using it in the field. If she'd happen to come across any more advanced hardware or software, either on the job or on the discount rack at Law's Techno Palace, I'm not above taking donations. But barring that, I'm fine with using what I've got. Your call. All right. Can we talk about the ambush at Victoria Harbor? I'd rather not. I lost friends there. I'm going to say, sorry, didn't mean to pry. You don't have to apologize. Just change the subject. She returns her attention to the octopus, turning her back on you. I'd like to know you better. Tell me something about yourself. Something? She pauses for a moment. Okay, I don't like small talk. Does that count? Yeah, of course. If you don't want to talk, we don't have to. Thanks for not pushing it. It's nothing personal. I just don't think I'm a very interesting person. You don't like talking about things other than your computer very much, do you? There's a long pause before she responds. When she does, she sounds vaguely hurt. I prefer not to. Nothing personal. It's just the way I am. I'm going to say, there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to know who I'm running with. Don't you? Yes, you're still a mystery to me. There's a long pause. I don't like mysteries, but I do enjoy solving them. She turns, gives you her full attention. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you a question, something personal. And after you've given me an answer, you get to ask me something. Think of it like a game of questions. We take turns until one of us wants to quit. Deal? Deal. You go first. Ask away. She studies your face. We'll start off easy. Tell me what you really think about Duncan. I'm going to say, yeah, he's family, man. He's my brother. She cocks her head inquisitively. I've heard how you abandoned him back in Seattle. If that's love, you've got a funny way of showing it. Well, you've answered my question. I guess that makes your turn. Okay. How long have you been running the Shadows with Gobbet? That's a good question. I guess about 4 years now. A decent stretch by anyone's reckoning. That's true. 4 years? Yeah. And that would make it my turn. She pauses, considering. So tell me, what was your connection to Raymond Black? It seemed, from what I picked up now, it seems like he wasn't like a loving dad. He was my benefactor and mentor. I respected him, and that's what it was. He wasn't family. Duncan is family. He's like my brother. Raymond is foster father. So I'm going to say he was my benefactor and mentor. I respected him. In that case, my condolences. It's always difficult to lose someone who you respect. Your turn. Ask me a question, I'll give you an answer. How did you and Gobbet meet? Her brow furrows, and after a moment, she screws her eyes shut. We met as kids, in the walled city. My prison was her playground. I'm sorry if that was uncomfortable for you. No, it isn't that. I'll be fine. She shifts her gaze to the octopus. I just have a hard time remembering those days. My childhood is kind of a blur. And that brings us back to my turn. She gestures at the cabin walls around you. You enjoy it, don't you? Living like this, working the shadows? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Raven Black was wrong. This is what I was born to do. She nodded slowly. I knew it. I could read it all over you. Your turn again. Go ahead and ask me something. Where did you learn to deck? The Whampoa. I lived there for a while after escaping the walled city. The people there were difficult. We didn't get along, but it was a great place to learn. My turn again. Her head tilts as she studies your face. And I think my last question for you. You're stuck here, marooned, you and Duncan both. He's obviously unhappy with the situation. He keeps going on about the things that he left behind. But what about you? Is there anything that you want to go back to? Let's see here. Excuse me. We've got nothing worth mentioning. Truth be told, I'm enjoying the change of scenery. Yeah, I left something important behind. My entire life. I can lie. My friends, my career, everything I had worth caring about. I'm going to say, well, yeah, we were in jail for a bit. Nothing worth mentioning. Truth be told, I'm enjoying the change of scenery. Nothing? There isn't anything about your old life that you'll miss? I don't know whether to envy you or feel sorry for you. Well, okay. She glances down at the clock on her desk. An antique bottle with physical hands that look like it was wrenched out of a submarine. A frown spreads across her face. Shit, it's even later than I thought, and I've still got a long way to go before the octopus is fixed. She begins to turn away, her attention fixed on the back of a partially disassembled cyberdeck arrayed in front of her. Hang on, Isabel, you still owe me another question. She stops in place, fidgets. That's true, go ahead. I need you to tell me what you can about the walled city. Her voice goes cold. Why? I'm going to say because Raymond Black wanted to go in there and somebody destroyed my life to keep him from doing that. Her cheeks flush, just like they did the last time. She averts her eyes. No, I'm sorry, but no. Later maybe, but not now. I'm gonna be patient. All right, Isabel, maybe next time. Blinking, she turns away and buries herself in the octopus's blade enters. Please excuse me, I have work to do. All right, good talk. And got it? That was a weird little musical change. Okay. Try to get them playing with the audio there. Gibbet's nest is pretty much what you'd expect. Piles of clothes on the ground and overflowing garbage bins surrounded by stacks of instant noodle packets and towers of tinned oysters. Avant-garde posters haphazardly thumbtacked to the walls, overlapping in some places and peeling in others. It feels a lot like an art school dorm room. Gobbet reclines in a corner, cradling a bowl of soup in her hands. At her feet, a cast iron pot simmers away on an electric hot plate. The contents are typical Hong Kong comfort food. Chicken-style soya broth, elbow macaroni, tinned ham, and a heaping scoop of egg-flavored myco-protein. As you wind your way through the piles of dirty laundry, Gobbet slowly lifts her head from her bowl to acknowledge you. Hey, you Seattle. She chews on the words along with a mouthful of cheap pasta. A corner of her mouth curls up into a half smile. How's tricks? Things have been better and things have been worse. That's the attitude. Very stoic, very strong. It's downright inspiring. She skins an oily slab of faux ham off the top of her soup and pops it in her mouth. Now, you want to tell me what you're doing in my bedroom? I'm assuming you're not here to admire the view. Let's see here. How did you decide on the name Gobbet, anyway? I didn't. She pops a noodle into her mouth and chews. My mom did. So, Gobbet is your given name. Your mother named you after a wad of meat? She shrugs. Yeah, sure. I don't think she knew what it meant. She just thought it sounded pretty. You should get used to that, by the way. People here in Hong Kong like to stand out, and choosing unique names is one of the ways they do it. Have you had any nightmares recently, like bad ones? Her jaw stops working mid-chew. Slowly she nods. Yeah, I have. We all have. Everyone in town. Me too, and Isabel. We both just had the same nightmare. Let me guess. You saw the walled city and a black whirlpool of teeth? Thousands and thousands of teeth? She holds up a hand. You don't need to answer. I already know that I'm right, because I just had the same dream. Creepy, I know. Her voice goes quiet. The dreams are coming from inside the walled city. I'm sure of it. All the negative energy pent up in there. All of that pain and anger and poisonous ki is leaking out. And while we sleep, it's getting into us. You think this is a magical phenomenon then? Yeah, I think it is. Want my personal opinion? The walled city is cursed. Deep down, I think that everybody knows it, and we live in its shadow. That's bound to mess with your head, you know. And it is, but they're just dreams. It's not like they can hurt us, right? If you say so. She tries on a smile, fails, does her best to laugh it off. Don't worry, Seattle. We're fine here. But let's talk about something else, huh? I don't like thinking about the walled city very much. Too many old fears and bad feelings. If you're up to talking about it, I wanted to go over the ambush back on the docks. Yeah. She nods slowly, frowning. Yeah, I figured you would. That was a hell of a thing, right? You could say that. It was fucking awful. Nightjar and Gutshot were two of the strongest men I've ever known. Quality Shadowrunners, both of them. I've watched those two fight through situations that'd kill anyone and come out on top. And how do they go out? She mimes holding a rifle and making a show of peering down the scope. Bang, bang. Dead, dead. No blaze of glory, no final speech, just extinguished. Smashed like bugs. I'm gonna say this in the hopes to like reassure her. I'm gonna say we would have gone the same way if you hadn't got us out of there. Like you saved us. She absentmindedly raises her bowl to her shoulder. A rat crawls over the slope of her back and lowers its head to lap at the broth. It was more rat than me. She's the one who grabbed me by the gut and led us to that sewer entrance. All that I did was follow. Oh yeah, I'd like to learn more about Rat. What kind of totem is she? She slurps thoughtfully at her soup. A clever one. She's gotten me out of more trouble than I care to mention. Gotten me into a fair amount of it, too. But I can always count on her to lead me out of hot water when I need her to. I can feel it in my belly, sort of tugging sensation. I've long since learned to follow it. I wasn't aware that shamans took such direct control of their... I wasn't aware that totems took such direct control of their shamans. Usually they don't. Me and Rat, we have sort of a special bond. She takes care of me, and I've always done my best to take care of her. Another pair of beady eyes blinks up at you from Goblet's hip. A second rat scurries up on her shoulder to join the first. And to pamper her earthly children, like these two. Meet Madness and Folly. I like that. I'm going to say, interesting choice of names. I like the way they sound. Madness and Folly. It has a nice ring to it, right? I concur, yes. She brushes her fingers across the white rat's mottled coat. My girls remind me not to take myself too seriously. I wouldn't trust Folly, though. She bites. I would say, how did you come across Madness and Folly? She raised an eyebrow. I looked outside. I mean, the rats. Hong Kong isn't expecting a rodent shortage or anything. So you just picked them up off the street? Yep. I think of them as rescue vermin. You could probably do the same if you wanted to. It's easy. Just walk into any alley in Kowloon after sundown and stick your hand in the first dumpster or storm drain that you come across. Keep fishing around until you touch fur. That sounds like a really bad idea. Yeah, in retrospect, it might have been. She continues to brush Folly's coat. The creature chirps happily at her touch. Odds are about 50-50 that you'll get your hand chewed off. I'd probably feel bad about that. Do you always let your rats drink out of your own bowl? She shrugs. Sure, why not? We're all part of the same nest. It makes as much sense as anything else, I guess. Of course it does. Besides which, I get shot for a living. I get shot at for a living. I've got bigger things to worry about than a few stray hairs in my noodles. You seem to be comfortable with all of this. Been running the shadows for a while? She dips her chin. A long time. Started when I was just a kid. You're still a kid now, Gobbet. What are you, 19? She rolls her shoulders, shrugs. Something like that. Your guess is as good as mine. Doesn't change the fact that I've been doing this for years, and you started yesterday. Matter of fact, Seattle, I think I'm going to make a project of you. Take you under my wing, so to speak. You need a wizened mentor. Might as well be me. I want to say, sure, why not? I could use the advice, and I don't see Isabel volunteering for the job anytime soon. You're in? Good. Starting the next time you visit, I'm going to teach you all about being a Shadowrunner. She stifles a yawn. You're going to benefit from my bountiful experience. Wait and see. I'll be looking forward to it. Gobbet stretches, stifles a yawn. Her rats scurry from her shoulders down to her hips. She taps the simmering pot on the floor with her boot. The soup inside has reduced down to a thick, viscous gravy. You know, Seattle, this has been a nice chat and all, but it's getting late, and I still have the rest of Hot Pot to power through. So, without wanting to get this awkward, she glances towards the door. We'll say, I can help you with that if you wanted? Thanks, but no thanks. Smirking, she brushes Folly's coat with the knuckles of her left hand. You can go get your own food. Now would be a good time. Okay, all right, I get it. Talk to you later, Gobbet. Yeah, we'll do that. It'll be fun. All right, that's cool. I like the two characters here. Okay. Come. There we go. All right, let's go check the computer. Oh, wait, can we go down? Oh, we can talk to the Russian. Hey, Rector? It's oppressively hot down here. The air is full of synthetic odors that grab you by the sinuses and refuse to let go. You can smell engine grease and melting plastic, ionized air, and lead solder. A quick scan of the room tells you why. The downstairs tenant has converted this space into a machine shop. Metal fabrication tools and Duraplast extruders line the walls, and a pair of heavy industrial manipulators hang from the ceiling. Excuse me. A man in a black trench coat stands with his back to you, staring at a monitor mounted above a sturdy workbench. He addresses you without turning. Ah, I was wondering when I'd meet the new neighbor. His voice is pleasant, cultured. There's a hint of a Russian accent there, but it's buried under layers of nuance. Please stay where you are. I'll be with you in just a moment. And unless you fancy an unplanned trip to Chrome Alley, don't touch anything. There are all manner of tools in here that could take your hand clean off. Take your time. I won't touch anything. Ah, you're very kind. Thank you. Let's see. Let's see what's on the screen. The feed on the monitor looks like some sort of design software. You can see what appears to be a slim, spidery appendage in orthographic and perspective views. Very good. Yes, this is coming along nicely. Very nicely indeed. He turns toward you, smiling, and for the first time you can see his face. He has broadly handsome Slavic features and a chiseled jaw. His eyes are like flecks of ice. So sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Yemmer. It's no problem. Don't worry about it. You're too kind. Now tell me, what can I do for... His voice trails off as a flash of motion catches his eye. With alarming speed, a sinister-looking drone scuttles out from under the work table. Its movements are surprisingly agile and fluid. The machine rears back menacingly, spreading its forelegs in a clear sign of aggression. The man's smile tilts, and his tone goes apologetic. Please don't mind the drone. He can be territorial. But as long as you remain civil, he will not bite. He extends a hand. Simultaneously, the drone relaxes into a neutral position, lowering its killing legs. Ractor. My mechanical counterpart is called Koshi. Oh, I'm not going to give him a high five. The thing's going to go crazy. I'm going to shake his hand. A pleasure. His hand is rough and abnormally warm to the touch. He shakes your hand with a solid grip. I'm very pleased to meet you, my friend. In a community such as Hawaii, it's important to be on good terms with one's neighbors. Agreed. Speaking of which, I'd like to ask you some questions if you have the time. He glances at the bracer on his forearm. A technical display winks to life, then gutters out. Very well. This morning's casting should still be cooling for a few minutes yet. That's time enough to talk. Let's say Koshi is an interesting name for a drone. Oh, I don't have academic etiquette. I'm a Shadowrunner. Yes, I suppose that is. Not many riggers would name their most prized possession after a villain from a fairy tale. A nod to my heritage, I suppose. Well, what was the fairy tale about? A thoroughly unpleasant person. Koshi the Deathless, he was called, and for good reason. His soul was cleverly hidden outside of his body, and he could not be killed so long as it remained intact. Koshi was a villain and a notorious kidnapper of women, but something about him always stuck with me. I suppose it was the notion of immortality through cleverness that resonated. There was something to be learned from that, I was sure. And so, when it came time to name my beloved creation, his was the first name that came to mind. And your drone, deathless, like its name's and is your drone deathless like its namesake? In a manner of speaking, I suppose that he is. I have redundant copies of every piece of his architecture, and his core programming is stored on disk in a secret location. Should he ever suffer critical damage, I can easily bring him back. I had a plan once to automate the self-repair process, but I must confess it was really quite ingenious. But alas, my research was lost. One day I will reclaim it, and Koshi will become as deathless as the stories claim. But it will not be today. When you said this morning's casting, what did you mean? Exactly what I said. A casting model I made of a new locomotive assembly for Koshi. He gestures at the display above the work table. A biomimetic design, as you can see. This one is inspired by the walking legs of a decapod crustacean. The mangrove crab, to be specific. That's fascinating. And will this new leg assembly make your drone more effective? That remains to be seen. But there's more to life than combat effectiveness, is there not? By fabricating new components for Koshi, I unlock options, different ways of being. Even the failures, and there have been many, have value in this context. That's true. If you don't fail at anything, you don't learn anything. I'm going to say, wouldn't it be simpler to design the parts here and outsource the fabrication? Simpler, yes, but not better. Here, I have ultimate control over the entire process, from start to finish, and I have the skills to make good use of that control. Drone architecture was once my profession, you see. Now that I have freed myself from the shackles of corporate servitude, I see little reason to rely on outsiders for much of anything. You've got some interesting machinery here. Not the kind that you typically see outside of corporate settings. He smiles. The same could be said of many in Haoi, I'm sure. This is a smuggler's den, is it not? Our entire economy is based on people having things that they shouldn't. Is there a particular device that interests you, out of curiosity? I'm going to say the drone, because I'm a rigger. Koshi? But my friend, you are wrong. You will never find his like in any corporate factory or lab. He is mine. My own creation, from the top of his sensor cluster to the tips of his claws. I designed him, fabricated his components, and built him by hand. Impressive. He shrugs. No more so than anyone else who follows his passion and perfects his craft. Sly, come on, sweetie. What? Later. All right. Are you Russian? I thought I caught a hint of an accent there. He nods. You have a good ear. I'm impressed. Yes, I grew up in... Oh, I'm so sorry. Nizhny Novgorod. Went to school there. Started my career there in the industrial sector. A fairly common story, I'm sure. But I've also traveled a great deal. And in so doing, I absorbed a number of other languages and dialects. How many languages do you speak? Counting Russian and Cantonese? 15. 15! That's a polyglot, I believe. Oh, Sly. Come on, man. I don't like this game. He shrugs apologetically. It shames me to admit that I'm only literate in 12, however. Uh, that's still impressive. Perhaps when compared to the common man, but I've known... Sly, I don't want to play this game anymore. Perhaps when compared to the common man, but I've known a great many polyglot. Hey, I was right. Who can and do put me to shame. He gives you another half shrug, and Koshi mirrors the gesture. Arabic has been a particular bugbear of mine. The unfamiliar characters and the lack of vowels make it damn tricky to get the handle on. But I suppose all men have their limits. All right, let's see here. I was putting her down to the right. Let's see if putting her to the left changes the model. Where'd she go? Don't do it. No, don't jump up here. I'm busy. All right. Come on. All right. We will snuggle later. She is just not taking no for an answer here. Okay, I'm going to say, you said you used to work for a corp. Whose payroll were you on? He sighs. That is something of a sore subject. My departure was involuntary, you see. I did not part ways with my employer under the best of terms. I will tell you that I worked for Grisham Avicor, but you'll forgive me if I don't want to go into detail. All right. All right. Sly, come on. I'm busy. Keeping all this machinery running can't be cheap. How can you afford it? Freelance. At the risk of sounding immodest, I've commodified myself rather well. There are always corporations in need of design consultations. You'd be surprised how lucrative such work can be. And there is always other work that I can turn to in a pinch. You said you did other work besides consulting. Care to tell me what kind? He pauses, and for a second something flashes in his eye. Kashi lowers its body into a crouch. A rather personal question, wouldn't you say? Maybe, but then again, we're having a personal conversation. Or no, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. No, it's all right. After all, it was my throwaway comment that led you down this path. I cannot fault you for following it. Truth be told, I don't feel especially comfortable discussing my side work with relative strangers. Suffice it to say that my freelance activities often fall on the illicit end of the spectrum. Tell you what, I'm just going to guess. You're a shadow runner, aren't you? He gives you a shallow nod. I dislike the term, but yes, I run the shadows. What gave me away? Yeah, design consultants live in apartments in Victoria Harbor. You're living in a rusted out boat in Hawaii. There's got to be a reason for that. He shrugs. You are correct, of course. The residents of shadow communities are usually either too poor to live elsewhere or engage in behaviors too illicit to risk it. I will admit to being in the latter camp. Designing robotics is my passion, but it doesn't always pay the bills. He runs a hand over Koshi's armored chassis, caressing the sculpted metal with his fingertips. My status as a foreigner has proven something of an impediment in this regard. I'm trying to work a deal with Sly here. I'm going to let her stay on the desk, and I'll give pets, but she can't climb up on me right now. All right. So, sorry as I may be to say it, the lion's share of my income flows from Koshi's aptitude for butchery. Such is life, I suppose. We do what we must do to... We must do what we must do. We do what we do to do what we love. That was a rough sentence. Seems like everybody on this boat runs the shadows. Why not pool our resources and work together? He purses his lips, considering. A compelling offer. I'm doing quite well on my own, but I must admit that there are certain jobs for which I am unsuited. Magic eludes me, and I'm not a decker. My strength comes from material objects in the real world. Solid things with mass and heft, things that I can build and operate. Sadly, a great many clients are only interested in teams that display a mastery over the intangible. This group of yours, do you have people who can cover those bases? If so, then perhaps we can help each other out. Wait, how do you not already know that? You live right beneath their feet. Have you ever rented a coffin apartment in a big city? Did you know all of your neighbors by name? My situation here is much the same. Not really. You've only got 2 neighbors. And you have to walk through their house, their living area to get to yours. I keep to myself, and your friends don't come down to the engine room. The only real interconnection we share is that we all live in this wreck by Kindly Chang's largesse. Obviously, there are things that I could intuit about your friends from my time here. I guess that they were Shadowrunners. Their behavior fits the profile. But we haven't had any real contact with one another until now. So I'll ask you again. Does your team makeup cover the bases that I described? Yeah, I'm going to say, yep. We also got a former security expert. I guess that's the best way to describe Duncan. In that case, I will accept your offer on a provisional basis. We'll do a few runs together and see how we get on. If our association bears fruit, it will continue. If not, I will bid you farewell and go back to working alone. How does that sound? Welcome aboard. Very good. Excellent. When you receive a job, you know where to find me. My skills and resources are at your disposal. And with that, I'm afraid I must bid you good day. I still have work to do down here. This leg assembly won't clean itself. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you. And I with you. Okay, actually, we're probably not going to be working with him too much because I'm a rigger. But what do we got over here? Oh, this is his room. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what's on the computer. Your workstation and mission computer. The cool blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. A blinking message on the upper right corner notifies you have 6 unread messages. Okay. Welcome to Hoi. From Kylie Chang. Yummer, on behalf of our friends at the Hoi Chamber of Commerce and the Swift Winds Mahjong Parlor, I welcome you to the community of Hoi and our new business venture. I've already lined up 3 jobs for you. The details of each are contained in a separate computer message. Remember to check your message often, as I will update you with new opportunities as they occur. Auntie C. All right. Mission computer. From Isabel. Hey, Yummer, I've set up your mission computer to automatically collect and collate news reports, information, and media that might be of interest to you. Some of the keywords I've got it trolling for are things like Raymond, Duncan, Walled City, etc. I've also patched in a permanent link to the Hong Kong shard of the Shadowlands BBS. It's a great place to connect with other runners, sell pay data, and get news from the street, and so on. Don't be shy about taking a look. Resources. From Bao Zhejiang. Oh, that's Strangler Bao. I've been instructed to inform you of the various suppliers present in Hoi. Auntie Chang has cultivated a commercial district of well-stocked and trustworthy vendors. Whoever you choose to do business with, you will be in good hands. Ermine Ka-Fai at Club 8 is an excellent source of acquiring additional weapons, should you require any. If you are in need of magical supplies, go to the Parlor of 5 Phases. If you desire training in the path of the adept, seek out Spider Shen. She can help you as well as supply you with any close-quarters weapons that you might desire. Chrome Alley can supply you with cybernetic enhancements and medical supplies. The proprietor, 10-Armed Ambrose, is a cyber surgeon of some repute. Law's Techno Palace is a Wampoan-run supplier of the local decking community. The place is hard to miss. Just look for a sign glowing in the sky. If you need drones, Reliable Matthews Robot Bazaar is your best bet. And I pity you. Best of luck in the shadows. As fresh meat, you are likely to need it. Okay, it's cool. We already met all those people, but it's cool to know that we didn't miss anybody. Serial killer. From Kindly Chang. I've got a problem, Yummer, and you're going to help me solve it. I do a lot of business with the Wampoans. If you are not familiar with the term, I'll forgive you. You are an outsider after all. The Wampoans are a tribe of techno-fetishists and deckers who've taken up residence in the Whampoa Garden area of Hong Kong. They make and trade high-tech goods to people from all over the world. A lot of Nguyen passes through their pasty little fingers, and I make a lot of money brokering deals between them and the smugglers here in Haoi. I've hit a snag, though. The Whampoan elders, their council of leaders, are being eliminated by a serial killer. They've asked me to dispatch someone to get to the bottom of it and stop the killings. And they're not taking their goods through my turf until I do. So you're going to be my proxy, dear. I don't care how you do it, but I need those murders stopped. The Whampoans have delegate here in Haoi by the name of Maximum Law. Speak with him if you wish to know about Whampoa. He's got a big mouth, but he knows very little of importance. Don't expect much from that half-empty bottle of vinegar. Get your ass down to Whampoa Garden and talk to the elders. Lie, cheat, and steal if you have to, so long as they're convinced that there won't be any more murders. I want my cut back, and I want it soon. Okay, we're going to go back. Artifact Liberation. Welcome to the Shadows, Yammer. I've received a request from an archaeologist named Mr. Drake. He's interested in liberating certain artifacts from beneath a manor house located in Tai Po. I've attached a copy of the video message that he sent me. The screen flickers a few times and the email is replaced with the face of a stern-looking orc. Hello, Madam Chang. I've heard that you're a woman who knows how to get things done, especially with regards to things that aren't legal in the strictest sense. That's exactly the kind of help I'm looking for. Recently, a rich investor by the name of Liu Hua decided to expand his manor house on the outskirts of Tai Po. Too much money, not enough space for fancy parties. He hit a snag with local government officials, however. They suspected the land his estate is built on may have pre-modern archaeological artifacts buried beneath it, all of them dating from the Song dynasty. Consequently, I was contracted as an archaeologist to oversee the excavations and ensure everything was properly recorded and cataloged. Sure enough, we were only a few days into the excavation when we discovered a series of tombs lying beneath the site. The scope of the tombs was far beyond anything Lou or I had expected. Several acres of catacombs at least, and untouched relics throughout. What's more, they're certainly older than the Song dynasty. They may be even from the previous cycle of magic. Before I could make my report to the Free Enterprise Zone authorities, however, Leo called in his allies in Tan Tien Incorporated. Leo sold the entire site to Tan Tien, who then leased it back to him. Because Tan Tien is considered to have extraterritoriality in Hong Kong, local authorities were powerless to stop Leo from looting the tombs. He immediately began building a museum, if you can call it that, atop the site. He had the gall to call his museum the Emperor's Tomb. Can you believe that? The odds of there being an actual emperor buried there are basically nil, but he doesn't care. Anything to sell a few trinkets. Leo has continued his excavations using Tan Tien contractors to expand the dig. What he didn't know is that I bugged his comlink before he fired me. Based on what I've heard, something strange is going on in the lower levels. Workers have been disappearing, only to be found dead several days later. Whatever is down there is too dangerous to be left in Leo's hands. Leo must have found my data tap, though. I stopped receiving any information 3 days ago. The last thing I heard him talking about were a pair of ancient texts that workers had discovered. Then he issued an order that further excavations should be halted until he can secure the subterranean areas. I'm betting those texts were the cause of whatever's killing the workers. I have quite a bit of experience with these kinds of dangerous excavations, but an operation of this scale is beyond me. I need a team that's tough enough to get in and survive, aren't afraid of making a mess, and who can carry out and who can get out with the books and whatever else they can carry. Beyond the 2 texts, I'm willing to pay very well for whatever other artifacts your team can liberate. The more valuable, the better. Don't worry, they'll be going to actual museums, not some rich playboy's mansion. I've got a second program in place that will suppress Leo's security system. The team will have to be careful, though. There are only so many alarms I can suppress. Go beyond that number, and I'll scrub the mission. Ooh, that's a tough one. I've included a catalog of likely items to help the team appraise the most valuable ones. They don't need to be subtle. In fact, I prefer they make it look like a common robbery. Tell them to smash and grab whatever they can. Let me know when you find a suitable group of Shadowrunners. There you have it, a nice simple robbery. Do you think you can handle something that basic, dear? I have faith in you. Let me know when you're ready to proceed. I'll contact Mr. Drake when you're on your way. All right, and then geomantic sabotage. Sabotage. Yeah, I'm going to say it every time. Geomancy is big business in the free enterprise zone. Here in Hong Kong, feng shui isn't just the act of rearranging your kitchen to make things look pretty. The fortunes of empires rise and fall with an ebb and flow of qi, and sometimes that flow needs a helping hand. Wujing Incorporated are the preeminent practitioners of large-scale qi manipulation here in the Free Zone Enterprise. They've gone to a great lengths to channel qi from all over Hong Kong into their headquarters, an enormous monstrosity that they call the Wujing Sky Tower. There, it is focused and transformed into good fortune through the building's geomantically attuned architecture and interior decoration. Our client believes that it's time for Wujing's good luck to run out. You are to infiltrate the Sky Tower and disrupt the flow of qi throughout the building, but you are to do so in two distinct fashions. First, you must disrupt the feng shui of the offices by subtly altering the environment of that level. This will consist of minor adjustments of desks, spilled water, and other small activities that are unlikely to be noticed. Ordinarily, even subtle disturbances of this nature would be noticed. This is why the client wishes you to make a much louder demonstration on the rooftop garden. The garden is to be ransacked, utterly destroyed. Set fire to things, uproot trees, that kind of thing. Our client has also specified that he would like you to destroy the large Buddhist statue in the garden. Smash the thing to bits and leave them scattered across the rooftop. This level of destruction will keep Wujing's geomancers busy long enough that the more subtle disruption below will take effect. In addition, it will send the clear message our client would like Wujing to hear. I have utmost faith in your ability to cause destruction. The more disruption you can cause on both levels of the Sky Tower, the happier the client will be. As you're not a spellcaster yourself, it may be wise to bring Gobbet along. She will be able to see the most effective ways to disrupt the key of the building. All right, we're going to go back and go back. And then we're going to check the Shadowland BBS. We don't have any pay data. Oh, I do. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We have exotic animal dealer contracts. Okay. All right, so it's going to take a couple runs for us to get the money for that. BBS keywords. Misconnections. You, rappelling down the side of an unnamed luxury hotel in a ball gown on Monday night. Me, admiring the view from the 28th floor urinals during a private soiree for an unnamed corporation that I was infiltrating. Our eyes met briefly before you dropped out of sight. Your long, dark hair had come loose from your chignon, framing your beautiful, flushed face. I will never forget it. You're carrying a duffel bag, bulging with stolen prototype weaponry. Well, I flinched the intel that goes with it. Can we connect? Very funny, Blackjack. I'm sorry the job went sideways. I got trapped and had only one way out. We were supposed to have each other's backs. Just wait till you hear the way out that I had to take. We gotta lay low for now. And why are we posting about this on a public message board? All right, terrorists in Hong Kong. Been hearing some buzz about some mainlander terrorists that showed up in Victoria Harbor and had a shootout with the HKPF the other day. Anyone hearing anything on that? Ming Pao said there were 4 of them that got away. 1 human, 2 orcs, and a dwarf. A troll, an elf, and a human were all killed on the scene. Word is that they're members of the White Star out of Henan, coming here to start trouble against the Executive Council. Looks like there's a 50,000 nuyen reward for any information leading to their capture. I'm going to turn myself in for that. The HKPF seems pretty nervous about letting these bastards walk freely around the streets. You think they'd actually pay out to someone like us? Not a chance. You walk in there to claim the reward, you're getting thrown in a hole with them. The HKPF doesn't keep promises to the sinless. Couldn't hurt to try. Why'd you have to be such a downer? Because I know the police. They're all dirty, and they're only in it to protect their paychecks, and they don't give a damn about anybody else. Believe me, I'm just looking out for your best interests. Like you and your triad looked out for my brother, you know he's still paying for his reconstructive surgery, you bastard. If a man wants to keep his teeth, he should pay what he owes rather than pull a gun on me. Simple as that. Poetry Slam. Ladies and gentlemen, poets and Shadowrunners, welcome to the first annual Shadowland Poetry Slam. There are no rules and there are also no prizes, except bragging rights. With no further ado, let the versification begin. How long do you think we can keep this going before the trolls show up or a sysadmin shuts us down? Why would they shut us down? It's a free board. We can be poetic if we want. Just trust me, it happens. For some reason, these things always draw the worst sort of attention. Are you going to give us a poem, or are you going to stand around and complain about why you can't? All right, I've got one. Wait for it. Synth muscle, smart links, neural boosters, cyber limbs, all fall to grenades. A little musing on the transience of life in the shadows. Very nice, sir. When the long shadows fall on Hong Kong, neon lights pierce the coming night. Tread with me the velvet blackness. Let no lamp shine on our deeds. That one's entitled Our Hour. Our Hour. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That might just have been the most pompous thing I've ever read. Try this on for size. Lasers are red, shadows are black. With Matt on the street, you best watch your back. My poem wasn't pompous, you uncultivated rube. It was an homage to Wang Wei, the famous Tang Dynasty master of the Jeju form of poetry. It's traditional, unlike that ridiculous limerick that you posted. Now, I don't think you have to take the word slam quite so literally. Hey, you people know the rules. Poetry slams have been out of bounds on this BBS since the Laughing Man debacle of 55. If you want to sling your fancy word, do it on a different forum. I'm shutting this thread down. Told you. All right, Walled City. I've got a career job next week that's supposed to take me into the Walled City. I'm from Kuala Lumpur, and I've never been to Hong Kong. But I hear that place is dangerous as hell. Is there anything I should know? Oh, you've got nothing to worry about. It's just a low-cost housing development full of hard-working people. Here, take a look at this news report. Oh, a short ID clip begins playing. This is Sunny Chung with Horizon News. On today's Sunny Side Up, the Kowloon Walled City, a blight on the Free Zone Enterprise Zone, or low-cost housing for the economically disadvantaged. We'll introduce you to some of the hard-working residents, how they live, and how they contribute to the growth and prosperity of our city. A montage sequence begins, showcasing the destitute poor of the Walled City, going about their daily lives. The shots have been carefully chosen, showing only smiling and productive residents, a stark contrast to your own experiences inside of it. Many residents of Hong Kong regard the Walled City as a place of no return. To outsiders, it's the last stop on a long road to homelessness. Rumors abound of feral ghouls, unsafe living conditions, and triad extortion. Yet when we went there, the reality was far different. What we saw will shock you. Citizens of Hong Kong working and living just like the rest of us. Their apartments are smaller, and their shops are more modest, but the people who live here wouldn't be out of place anywhere in the FEZ. Citizens like shoemakers, Chow Sang Sui. The scene cuts to an elderly man in a closet-sized stall filled with shoemaking equipment. He smiles broadly at the camera. Oh, I love it here. We have a community, you know. We're like family. Maybe we don't have as nice a view as they do in Repulse Bay, but I can't imagine living anywhere else. It's no paradise, no, but it's my home. I grew up here. How could I possibly leave? The camera shifts back to Sunny Chang, who now stands in front of the entrances to the Walled City. Contrary to popular opinion, the Walled City serves as a vital function. The poor and downtrodden find a home in the Walled City, a community where they have a voice, can work, and even prosper, far from being the eyesore that the video suddenly stutters, freezes, and ends. Okay, I've decided to cut the rest of that crap. She keeps going on about what a good place the walled city is and how we all need it. Don't buy any of it. It may not be hell, but you can see it from there. Freedom Cowboy is just trying to get you in trouble. Well, that was Isabel. So how do you know the real story? Okay, this is from Isabel. Because I grew up there. You know what it's really like? It's eating old broth made from rat bones because there's nothing else. It's watching your neighbors sell their 5-year-old son to organ leggers so they don't starve to death. When you die in the walled city, your neighbors cheer because they'll get the clothes off your back. I wouldn't wish the walled city on my worst enemy. All right. Okay, so we're going to go back. We're going to open the jobs directory. So we have 3 jobs. Let's see here. View the pending jobs. So we've got the artifact liberation, the serial killer, and the geomantic sabotage. I think we're going to do the geomantic sabotage because that's just straight up breaking stuff. So we're going to go with that. Oh, we got to go through it all again. All right, we'll take the run. Good. Contact me when you finish the job, and I'll send you your cut of the payment. All right. So we're going to go back to route, walk away, and we got to damage their feng shui, which means basically just destroying everything. And I believe it's like Dragonfall. We got to take the mass transit, which is over here. Alrighty, let's go. Yep, mass transit. Here we go. Did I hit it? Yep. All right. The MTR doors open as you approach. We're going to travel to the Wujing Sky Tower, commit geomantic sabotage. Additional runners available. All right. In addition to your team, your fixer has access to a small network of mercenaries in the Kowloon area. These runners appear below your core team on the runner selection screen and can be hired on a mission-to-mission basis. As you complete missions, both your team members and the available mercenaries will periodically gain access to new equipment and abilities. Any new items, spells, weapons, or weapon abilities that runner gains will automatically be available for use the next time you take them on a mission. All right. So we're definitely taking... we got to take Gobbet. And then we're going to do... We got to take our Decker. And then we're going to take Duncan. Actually, I want to look here. Mercenary Drone Rigger. Mercenary Mage. He's a mage. Physical Magician. Shaman. And a Street Samurai. El Duce. Are these the same? I wonder if these are the same mercenaries from the other games, but I'm not sure. All right, and then we're going to bring Duncan. All right. Actually, hold on. I want to check. Can we add? Oh, this is it. Okay. All right, here we go. We will confirm. All right, here we go. Bad key. The subway flies over the tracks toward Aberdeen. Monsoon humidity clings to your skin. It's as if it's followed you from Hawaii. Or perhaps it's simply sunk this far into the earth, penetrating stone and machine, rousing the acrid smells of Hong Kong's underground in its wake. You've been handed a promising job, geomantic sabotage, with a single objective: disrupt the flow of Wujing Qi to destabilize the corporation. Your client is especially keen on the idea of Wujing's famed geomancy being used against it, the ultimate humiliation. While the corporation's office spaces are free game, the main target is Wujing's treasured lotus statue, which resides within a temple on the topmost floor of the monolithic building. Your client's instructions are clear. The more damage you do, the worse the key, and the better the pay. Alrighty. Okay, so this is where we can do our stuff, and Let's see. This is Gobbet. She's our shaman. So we're going to give her this thing we found. Okay. And then that's all I have. She has got a grenade launcher. Jeez. Decker with all that. All right. And then this is us. All right. No, this is Duncan. He's good. Okay. Here we go. All right. We just got to break stuff. We got a spoofed ID. All right. The subterranean accessway opens to one of the Wuxing Sky Tower's few employees-only entrances. As the only underground access point to Wuxing's restricted levels, security is tight. It's unheard of for unauthorized personnel to reach the upper levels. Naturally, that's where you're headed. Gobbet presses a slip of laminated plastic into your hand. A grainy black and white reproduction of your own face stares back at you. The rest of the card is filled with barcode. She leans in to whisper into your ear. Kindly wanted you to have this. Spoofed credentials, fresh off Maximum Law's card printer. These should get you past the front door. Wouldn't count on them getting us much further, though. I guess that the client said something about other ways to bypass the check-in system inside the building, but he didn't go into specifics. She shrugs. Kindly had some choice words about that, but whatever. We'll find a way past security. Almost on cue, a sturdy Wuxing security officer peers at you from behind his desk console. Evening, sir. Swipe yourself in. He gestures to the ID scanner in front of him. We'll put the spoof credentials. He looks at his console, then back at you. His eyes raised as he observes your company. You realize your credentials only allow you access to the floor 10, right? Oh, we didn't take any in charisma this time, but that's okay. It's very important that my companions come with me. The officer straightens up, caution overtaking his features. And why is that? Let's see here. They've just joined my crew. I'm escorting them to a new hires meeting. If you received authorization for your crew prior to today, then you can pick up their credentials at the check-in terminal. Long as they're cleared, you're good to go. He hesitates, looking at you and yours over. They are cleared, right? Definitely. Good. He waves you on your way. Be on your way then. Absolutely, buddy. Totally. Okay. Employees only. I want to take a look around here first. What's this? Who's this? This is Wuxing employees check-in. Oops. Hold on. We've got something we can hack into. There's a matrix jack on this terminal. Okay, Isabel, you're up. Ooh, we need to get another... Okay, so yeah, she needs another ESP. So that's something we have to remember. Okay. So yeah, this is interesting. So this is the gate over here. Nope, nope, nope. I walked right... Jeez. Walked right into that. Alright. Missed? I'm like point blank, man. Well, that's not good. Oh, wait. I need to lower the trace. Oh, okay. I ran out. I gotta do that first thing. Alright. They stopped. Oh, damn it. Alright. We're going to lower the trace. Alright. Can I just do this? Wait. Oh. It's not doing anything. Alright, here we go. You can either attempt to hack the ice or force your way past it at the cost of additional system trace. Wait, for more detail on hacking blocker IC, see the hacking. Okay, hold on. Keypad puzzle. Blocker ice bypass options. Hack. Solve the hacking challenge to get past the blocker IC undetected. Mouse over to see how much system trace will increase you if you fail. Force uses your cyber deck to push past the blocker IC by force, automatically rising the system trace by the amount shown. Try password. In some cases, you can try typing a password to get past blocker ice undetected. Mouse over to see how much ice or how much system trace will increase if you enter the password. Keypad puzzle. Okay. Press start and follow and match the sequences using your number pad or mouse to add more pips for more time. You can press next as soon as you have even one pip to start step 2. Pressing start again will let you repeat this step. Use the system clues here to look for a matching solution out of the 10 character choices below. Okay. Click the matching solution here based on the clues above. The correct answer will let you hack past the blocker IC. Use caution. A wrong answer will raise system trace. Okay. 20 system trace. Force will raise it by 50. We'll try to hack it. Okay. So we've only got 30 seconds? What? Damn it. Hold on. Okay, what? I don't know what to do. Shit. Didn't work. Hold on. Oh! Okay. Okay, I think that worked. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Didn't want to do that. Okay, I got 5 turn cooldown there. Alright. Oh, damn it. Let's see here. What do I have? Let's do the killer again. Oh. Okay. Ooh, this one's blocker ice rating is 6. You know, we're just gonna force it. Heat suppression routine. Where's that? Oh, that's nice. Okay, I really need to lower that heat though. Okay. Ah, dang it. Alright. What is this guy's... Go, go, go. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. He's not dead. Wow. That's... Oh, this is getting pretty... We're okay. We're okay. Yeah, lower that. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. Okay. And we're at 115. Okay, this one's only 4. I mean, we could force it. Here, let's try it again. All right. Simon says. Okay. There we go. Hey, I'm figuring it out. Okay. Security override. That's good. All right. Let's get out of here. Go, 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 go. All right. And that... Where's the exit? Where's the exit? Oh, yeah, it's over there. There we go. Here we go. We got it. No problem. All right. So we should have access now. All right. Welcome to the Wujing Employee Check-In Station. We're going to use security override to gain administrative access. Welcome, admin. Alter existing credential clearance. Permissions granted. You are now able to alter the existing information and clearance level of Wujing Employee ID. Please select an ID to alter. Spoofed ID. All right. Heightened access employee. Hey, you. The guard watches you with suspicion as you approach. You seem confused, sir. Something I can help you with? Just clocking in. All right. Have a nice day. Dude, I thought that was an alarm and we were screwed, but okay. Oh, what do we, is this the employee washroom here? Who's this? Who's this? Maintenance employee. An oil-blotched dwarf half-heartedly scrubs at her hands above a sink. Her ragged clothing resembles a paint canvas covered in multiple hues of mechanical grime. With a slight turn of the head, she looks towards you. Need something? I think I'm lost. Can you help me out? Not an information desk, friend. I do real work. Oh, well, shit. Can we talk to him again? I'm busy. Got it. Jeez. All right. All right. Here, let's go ahead and take whatever's over here. Or look at it. You see an assortment of items scattered on the cart, but you find a bandage that belongs to a maintenance worker. A badge. Okay. Can we pick it up? Wait, can we talk to him now? Nope, can't talk to him. All right, well, I think we missed out on something there. Oops. Okay, I'll talk to them in a minute. I want to see if there's anything else around here. Oh, is that something? Nope. Okay. Let's check in with this security desk over here. Are these elevators? Oh, wait. This is a room. A stern-looking security officer flanked by two burly guards greet you. His listless words roll into each other. Good evening. We apologize for the inconvenience, but you must check in at Wuxing Terminal before you can use the elevators. Okay. I'm not doing that right now. I want to see what's in here. I want to see what's in the employees only area. Oh, we can talk to one of them. A couple of wage slaves amble about their business inside the corporate locker room. The closest man to you flings the jacket into a locker and turns towards the showers. He stops short when he catches sight of you. His weary eyes widen in surprise. Ah, good evening. He glances behind him and, assured by something, he turns back to you with a smile. I'm Charles. Haven't seen your face before. Are you new here? New to this building. Charles sighs. I know how that goes. I'm pretty new here myself. Still learning the ropes. Any tips for a fellow neophyte? Yeah, the upper floors are off limits. Highly restricted. He glances around, lowers his voice. Not sure what's happening up there, but only company execs, security, and maintenance have access. Are they allowed up there at hours like this? I don't see why not. They're on call 24/7, but that's not my department, so I can't say for sure. Gotcha. Thanks for your help. Anytime, friend. Good luck. Oh, that's all we get? You're back. What else do you need? No, we don't need to steal his ID. All right, we got access, so let's go. Okay, please insert your Wuxing employee identification card. Here we go. Multi-personnel pass accepted. Access granted. Greeting. Welcome, Mr. C. Pang. Have a nice evening. The terminal emits a chirp of recognition. Everything checks out here. Thanks. No problem. All right, and... Oh. Okay. So we got to disrupt the key in the offices. This pristine, hyper-sterilized office glistens as if every surface has been polished. Whoa. Okay, there's a lot of objectives there. Your client has requested that this area be manipulated as subtly as possible, so as not to draw attention away from the temple. The true defacement will happen here, distracting Wuxing security. Hopefully they won't discover the disrupted key flow on this floor for weeks. Okay. Let's do another elevator to go down. Oh, wait a minute. Here's one. Key point. Okay. I like this mission. This is actually kind of cool. Oh, I got a terminal down here. What do we got? Power junction. The generator rests unguarded before you. A shock to the system can compromise the computer mainframe it powers. We'll use a passcode to overload? We don't know the passcode. Okay. We're going to walk away. Hopefully we'll find that passcode in here. What do we have here? Cubicles. Okay. Oh, key point. Oh. All right. Oh. We're at 12%. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, we got something. Got a key point. And then a wall safe. A rack of safe boxes rests against the wall. We don't have quickness, and we don't have security, and we don't have the code. Well, that's frustrating. Oh, one of these has to be a key point. Aha. Okay. What's that say? Light and dark balance is key to maintaining good key. Oh, what the? Shoot, somebody's here. Temple access card. Oh, mainframe code. Notes are stacked neatly around, ordered and clear. A number is circled several times on one sheet. 8484. Bound fire spirit. Okay, can we go out? Alright. Got 3 of them. Let's see. Let's go over here. Activate my boy. Alright. Oh, got him. Oh yeah, this is our Decker. Just got the grenade. Hold on, damage 12. Damage 9. Okay, let's see here. Really doesn't have a spot. I'm gonna put her in cover. Actually, let's put her over there. Alright. Oh, there's another one down there. Ah, fuck. That took half my health. Alright, let's see here. Take an aim shot. Hold on. Ooh. Shoot. Ah, it clipped him. Damn it. Okay. Not gonna use that anymore. Let's see here. Okay, this guy's just asking for it. Okay. Oh, I'm asleep. Ah, shoot. Heal me. Heal me. Thank you. Alright, not going to use that anymore. 71, let's take an aim shot. Immune to what? Alright, let's see here. I got one. Alright, okay, just one left. Why is it hitting me? Ow! Oh, no! I thought it was my drone. Oh, that was a cool shot, looking shot. Okay. Well, that wasn't cool. That hurt. The executive bathroom. Okay, we're up to 34. That's good. But wait, we can go... Is it the... Forgot if it was the safe. Mainframe code. Oh, is that the generator over here? So 8484. Nice. And we'll overload the power. Cool. All right. So we just need to find the passcode for the safes. What's that? A prototype weapon sits locked on a stand. Its locking mechanisms are similarly tied into the weapon's operation and safety. Forcing it could damage the weapon. Wujing Research Terminal main menu. Welcome, user. Please select from the following options. Several folders appear. On a second window below the first, only a couple look useful. Search Wujing's floor plan documents. Amidst the documents, a few nuggets of information stand out. A section dedicated to the Wujing's building key details the geometry plans and renovations they made to increase key flow. It appears that Wujing's already made hundreds of minuscule and a handful of not so minuscule adjustments to its floor plans and building infrastructure. A recent update file marks its project to add new water lines to the temple's foundation is complete. The document ends with a large list of future modifications that the company has queued for completion, but always to improve is positive energy output. Okay, then let's read the weapon manual and specifications. You click on the folder and a large repository of files containing Wujing research projects pops up. One section is labeled with the symbol similar to the markings on the weapon just a few feet from you. A quick scan of the data reveals information on the weapon and lab setup. We have intelligence. Review the specifications to see how the weapon's locking mechanism works. Through the specifications file, you learn that the locks on the cradle are magnetized. A disruption to its current and some applied force should remove the restraints entirely. All right. Okay. So let's try and get the weapon. The Bloody End pistol. This weapon has been customized with a bullet slivering chamber, creating makeshift flechettes when fired. This lowers accuracy, but can cause mild to extreme bleeding on the target. I'm going to give that to... Oh, I can't give it to Isabel. She's full. Okay. Not right now, Sly. Soon. Come on. All right. I guess I'll give it to Gobbet. Oh, I have to actually... Oh, she can't. I guess Duncan? There we go. Where's the password for... We're at 39%. We don't have the code. All we have is a mainframe code. Dang it. Did we miss something? We didn't miss anything, did we? We got that. Oh, man. That was a key point. That was the gun. Did we go over here? Oh, key point. Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure. I have to get relatively close to those key points. Little things on the wall. Okay. I think... Oh, wait a minute. We missed one. The energy here is still largely imbalanced. More damage can be done. Unless the key disruption reaches fairly high levels, you won't get paid. Hold up, Yimmer. I'm not sure we should leave just yet. There's still more we can do to ruffle the key here. If we go upstairs toward the temple and are met by security, we won't have a chance to come back to this floor. Yeah. I wanted to go... Oh, it's not letting me go in there. Hold on. What else? Okay. We did that. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck? Oh, that wasn't listed. Oh, okay. Looks like we've battered this place enough, Yummer, just like our client wanted. All that's left is to trash the temple statue, and then we can leave. But the more damage we do, the more we'll get paid. I vote we stay a little longer. I'm all for money, but this is some seriously unsettled key. I can't predict what'll happen if we stay here and make things worse. I have a feeling we might find ourselves in a very dangerous situation. You know what? We're going to keep doing it. Oh, wait, was it? No, that's me. The key is becoming more and more turbulent. It has reached to a point where this churning energy has a physical manifestation visible in the atrium. The disruptions are working. Okay. Nope, wanted to go out here. Is there any more we can do? I'm not seeing anything. But I had to get right up on those other things. Okay, nothing there. Doesn't look like it. Wait a minute. What's this? Okay. I think we've done the most we can. Yeah, this looks like it. One more pass in here real quick. Okay. That's got to be it. We're at 50%, so here we go. You got to disrupt the key here as well. Oh, hi. Because there's 5. Alright, let's turn our drone on. And you know what? Let's throw down this one. Okay. Okay, can't do that. It has 1 AP, so club attack. He's not going to be able to get to that, can he? What the heck? Okay, and you... just in the center, I guess. Let's go with the aim shot over here. Crap. Alright. Damn it. They're gonna kill me. Ah, this is my last one. Oh, we got him. Cool. He should be burning. Oh, that works. We lost our... crap. Alright. %. 51%, okay. Let's see. That's better. Get an aim shot. Come on. Oh, that was a nice shot. Alright, you get an aim shot. One more, come on. Shit. There we go. Okay. There's more back there, aren't there? Yep. Just one. Oh, nope, there's two. That was a big miss there. All right. Take an aim shot here. Got him. 21% is not going to do it. Don't look my decker being all the way up like this, but... Oh, you got this. And then... Light him. Oh, wait, he's already on fire! I don't know if that's going to do anything. Well, that wasn't cool. Okay. Oh, key point. Okay. I'm going to look for these key points. Is that it? Come on. Oh, there it is. Alright, that takes us up to 85. Maybe in the middle here there's something. Alright. Let's hit the big one. Hey, it's 100. We got it. Oh, and we got a key. Or, karma. Oh, it's only 2? Hold on here. Alright, Okay, I have that. No. Okay, yeah, I do have these. So now... Ooh, definitely want this one, because then it'll let me get 2 drones. That's going to take 6. Alright, so yeah, I've got to save up. Alright. So we need to get out now. Oh, hi there. A well-dressed man steps forward, his peers staring smugly in your direction. His clothes are smart and clearly expensive, but a lack of the typical padding worn by guards and thugs. A quick look at his associates reveals the same style. Mages. On behalf of Woozing Incorporated, we've been instructed to prevent your further vandalizing of the company's property and assets. However, they never specified how. So I vote we do this easy way. The mage motions you with a flick of his wrist. Leave no survivors. Alright. We're all real close together here. There's 5 of them. Once I pull my drone out, we'll have 5. They're grouped nicely there. Okay, let's turn on my drone. All right. Let's go there. And then do this one. Darn it. Not in cover. There. And then this one needs a grenade. Yeah, let's go here. Alright. That's okay. I'm not in cover. Let's go. You. Why me? They're always coming after me, man. Son of a bitch. Alright. There we go. All right. Hold on. Too far away. I'm not going to use that yet, but I'm going to use a grenade. Here, let's go that guy. Wow. That was really... Oh, damn it. Alright. Let's go full auto on this guy. Alright. Ow. That really hurt. Oh my god, I'm going down. Trauma kit, thank you. I got nothing else. I got nothing. Sorry, just a minute. 50. Heal me, please. No wound to heal. All right. Okay. Can I go with somebody else? Oh, thank you. All right. Okay, they're a little more spread out now, so... Do you have... Oh, God, you do. Yeah, I need you to heal me. Oh, God, she needs to heal herself, too. All right. 86. Let's go full auto on him. Oh, he took my armor away. This is not good. Where'd my drone go? Oh, my drone's dead. Come on. All right. Damage 11. Oh, hold on. Dang it. These guys are tough, man. Damn it. Oh, I should have done the grenade launcher. Ah. Okay. Okay, down to 2. Down to 2. Okay, okay. This is manageable. This is okay. Shot. We can do this. We can do this. All right. All right. There's just one left. Damn it. Wait. Mm-hmm. Oh, please, 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 please finish him off. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. As you reach for the elevator's control panel, you feel the electric sensation of the key dancing across your skin. This feeling is noticeable to those not even strongly magically attuned. The disruption here is that strong. Behind you, the trapped and turbulent key swirls inside the iconic Sky Tower atrium. You can actually see the air around the atrium warp and ebb as the key surges and breaks against the obstacles around it, looking for a way to move, to flow, and finding none. The job is done. You have just desecrated the Wujing Lotus, and in doing so, blemished the prideful face of a megacorp. Not bad for a night's work. He turns his back on the temple. I think we did the job up to the client's standards, huh? The elevator arrives at the temple. Time to duck out the back door before security can respond further. Oh, good. We don't have to fight through the building. Ooh, that was a tough one. Haley, Wujing won't know what to hit them. The embarrassment of their own geomantic science turned against them will sit unfavorably on the tongues of the Wujing executives, and maybe even get a few people terminated. They'll know it wasn't just the building that you battered. You sent a message. Everyone has a weakness that can be exploited. The change in feng shui should keep them spinning for months. The complete disruption of their key and destruction of their temple will cripple the energy at this branch of the company. And the Wuzing focusing on restoring their temple, it will be a long time before they discover the full extent of your assault. Very cool. How much money did we get? 8 karma. All right, we got 10 total. Nice, let's do that. And that'll give us we'll put it into intelligence. So yeah, we'll put it in here. Now we can equip 2 drones at once. Oh, we only have a 4 available. Darn it. Okay. So we got that. But we don't have enough money right now. Oh, our people leveled up though. All right. So, oh no. This guy did. Our rigger, predator, increased accuracy. Richter's drone Koshi gains 5% accuracy boost for all attacks. Richter's drone Koshi gains 1 movement speed, moving 7 tiles per 1 AP. Wow, that's a lot of mobility. I'm gonna go with that. All right. Wait, yeah. Okay, so hold on. Let's head back to the boat real quick. See how much we got paid for that, and see if we can open a new drone. Okay. Let's see. New messages. No. Jobs directory. Claim payment. You submit the jobs finished and await the response. A few minutes later, a message pops onto the screen. A little bit worse in my ear that Wujing's fortunes are already falling. Their stock value dropped by 2% already. The client finds this to be an acceptable indication of your success and has forwarded payment. I've attached your cut to this email. Okay. So how much did we get? Oh, we got money. All right. Let's go get a drone. Where is he? He's over here. Nope, over here. Wait, what's that? Look at his trailer. The side of Matthew's trailer looks freshly scrubbed. It reeks of kerosene. Broad swaths of the flaking paint have been removed, revealing the brittle plastic siding, discolored by years of acid rain. You can see the faded black traces of erased graffiti. It reads, Job Stealer. Something thumps inside the trailer. You could easily peer in one of the windows. Yeah, sure, let's look in the window. Inside are dingy, cramped living quarters, cluttered with broken drones and unwashed dishes. What looks like a rumpled, motley colored shag carpet is heaped over about half the tiny space, obscuring most of the furniture. After a moment, the shag carpet moves. It rises about a foot and surges slightly towards the window. Then it stops, pulsing and fidgeting. It's hard to see it clearly through the built-up grime on the window. We're going to wipe the window. The carpet is actually plush-covered drones. Teddy bears, raccoons, little dolls. There must be 24 inside the caravan. All companionship models. They're all looking at you, as if they've realized you're not Matthew. They watch, fidgeting. Then, in one coordinated motion, they all lie down and go dormant again. That's weird. Reliable Matthew greets you with an expensive grin, sweeping his arms wide. Yummer, beautiful! To what do I owe this unexpected pleasure? Why, you're not here for some robotics, are you? Well, shucks. He rolls his shoulders ostentatiously and sticks his cigarillo casually between his teeth. His eyes have a strained, bloodshot look. I noticed you have a lot of drones in your trailer. Reliable Matthew smiles serenely at you. Drones in the trailer? Oh, I think I have a couple in there. Probably the ones I'm fixing. That looks like a full playpen to me. Matthew shrugs uncomfortably. Funny thing about drones, when you see a few, they always look like so many more. Weirdest thing. Strange little fellas. Let's not talk about maintenance. It's boring. I bet there's something you need today. Looks like someone vandalized your trailer. What? You mean the paint? That's just some neighborhood kids. Good kids. Having a lark. I nearly fell over laughing when I saw it this morning. Why would someone call you a job stealer? No idea. Drones are job makers. He waggles his cigarillo at you. You know what I know what you're thinking, Yemmer. I think it myself. Drones take jobs. Well, medicine takes jobs from undertakers, and sewer drones take jobs from people who used to crawl through filth to feed their families. He holds his hand somberly over his heart, and his voice deepens. When you see a drone messenger or maid, it's easy to think, that used to be a person. Could be. But the person can do another job now, and they can have a drone themselves. Everyone is better off. Why, Matthew's voice raises, his smile wrinkles painfully around the edges as he carries on enthusiastically. The same people who call drone dealers job stealers are often themselves come to me for... Matthew suddenly shuts up. His smile gets even more waxy. Hey, let's not get all wound up about this stuff. It's too cheery a day for running off on our heads as we're getting rained on and soaked. How do people in Hawaii feel about drones? How do people here feel about drones? Why, they love them. Just about every household that can afford drones has drones. You sure don't want to try this little UC2 tarantula? It's a great entry-level personal assistant. Reliable Matthew smiles widely, but the edges of his mouth twitch uncomfortably. Drones free people to take skilled jobs. They make the economy more efficient, and drones give poor people services they couldn't ever afford otherwise. What exactly are the drones you sell used for? Just about everything. They're helpers to metahumans in all sorts of useful ways. Drones cook, clean, carry messages, lift heavy loads, tend to delicate tasks. Why, drones can even care for the infirm and provide companionship to children. Matthew taps his temple with his finger meaningfully. Think about it, beautiful. All the boring, dangerous, painful jobs that people used to do, the jobs that drones do now. He glances around at Haoi, up at the walled city looming above. Despite his bright eyes and gleaming smile, his voice sounds almost thoughtful. Because of mechanization, we don't force workers to breathe as many chemicals in the refineries. We don't make teenage girls pick silk cottons out of boiling water. Not anymore. Drones help us. He shakes off his passing air of seriousness, clamps his cigarillo in his teeth, thrusts his hands in his pockets. They're really something, ain't they? Wow, Yummer, just smell that brisk spring air. Dude, he inhales deeply through his nose, drawing in the fetid reek of the polluted river and the sodden heat of monsoon season. This topic is fascinating, really fascinating, but I've got to get back to work. Shall we walk the lot? Yes, let's look at the drones. Okay, drones. We want, let's see here, a semionic turret. Okay, this is close range. Okay, so we've got close, medium, and long range. We're going to go with the Mark II sniper. There we go. Wait. Oh, I can't use it yet. I can't use both yet, but we will soon. Like the old song say, a journey day is a happy day. That's not anything they say. All right. We have an upgraded drone, and he can float around. And with that, we're going to go and end the session here. We got our first job done. Next session, we'll check in with everybody, and then start working on the other jobs, get some money, maybe some cyberware. And yeah, so hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please like, share, follow, all those fun things. We put out new videos every day. And in that regard, I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Bye now.